News, I'm Tom Regani. A massive storm on the East Coast causes multiple flight cancellations. Fox's Brian Yanis is at New York's LaGuardia Airport.
That powerful storm hitting the Northeast and causing about 160 flight cancellations here at LaGuardia Airport. According to FlightAware's misery map, it is a different situation in Boston. There are more than 500 canceled flights nationwide, the majority of them from Boston's Logan Airport, a ground stop and more than 2-hour on average delays there.
Reports say more than 700,000 people are without power due to the storm. Utah ex-YouTuber mom Ruby Franke gave out parenting advice on her own channel, pleads guilty to child abuse.
Prosecutors said Franke's 2 older children were apparently held and abused at another home. One of the kids escaped and alerted a neighbor.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott reporting. America's listening to Fox News.
The Persnickety Pig is open. Friendly, courteous staff, fabulous selections, and a style as unique as you. As unique as their name. The Persnickety Pig, Broadbent Square, Cadiz. Follow on social media. The Persnickety Pig is open. Friendly, courteous staff, fabulous selection.
17 this evening, north-northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, meaning that wind chill is going to be strong. Tuesday, sunny skies, high near 40. And then on Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, low around 24. Things warm up nicely on Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, high near 51. But back to this evening, mostly clear skies, 17 degrees.
It is always startling to hear that after the strength of his conviction and a life spent in single-minded vision of service to God, John the Baptist is arrested with vengeance in play. In this moment, he has what can only be called a crisis of faith. He sends word to Jesus, "Are you the one who is to come, or do we wait for another?" It's natural as we grow in faith to fashion a vision of what it will be like, this salvation so greatly touted. How will I be saved? What will I escape through this salvation? And like John, we may have moments when we wonder if it all lines up to our hopes, when that little voice inside our head says, "Are you the one I hoped for?" In Matthew, Jesus tells us straight out, "Go and tell John what you hear and see." Matthew assures us Jesus is the Messiah. He is fulfillment of prophecy. He is the one we've waited for and the one we wait for still. In this season of Advent, our hearts respond, "Come, Lord Jesus. You are the one we've waited for."
It's time for your WPKY 5 o'clock News Edge.
A major retailer has plans to open a new store off of US 62 West in Princeton. Marketing manager Cassidy Kelly with TJX Marshalls confirmed to WPKY's News Edge Friday afternoon that they anticipate the new Marshalls store will open in the future. Jenny Clark with the City Planning Committee has confirmed that Marshalls is the major retailer that she referenced in an interview with WPKY's News Edge on August 7th following an economic development update during the Princeton City Council meeting.
We also have a major retailer that is going to be locating in the building between the Rulers and the Tractor Supply store. We will make an announcement on their name later.
She was unable to release further details at that time. Friday evening, Clark said the contractor expects to take approximately 3 months to finish the store. Marshalls is a retail store that specializes in discounted brand name items, including accessories, shoes, and housewares. According to Marshalls, the discount retail store was initially established as an Army and Navy store in 1956. It was acquired by TJX in 1995 and now has more than 1,040 stores spanning 43 states, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico. Currently, Marshalls has one store in Kentucky located in Murray, with other stores located in Evansville, Indiana, and Tennessee, including Clarksville. TJX Companies Incorporated also owns TJ Maxx, House Goods, Sierra, and HomeSense. At the end of 2023, the company reported it had over 4,800 stores spanning 9 countries and 3 continents, including 6 branded e-commerce sites located worldwide. According to Kelly, they will release more information about the Princeton store closer to the date of the grand opening. With your WPKY News Edge, I'm Tammy Hancock.
Local realtor Riles Farless has been named Realtor of the Year for the Pennyroyal Board of Realtors. This award was presented to Farless at the board Christmas party held at the Renaissance Center in Cadiz. Farless explains the process of how the award is chosen.
It's an award for
Zed,
Realtor of the
I'm
Year
Tammy
based on
Hancock.
peer nomination
Realtor
from our
Riles Farless
local
has
board of
been named
realtors, which is the
Realtor of the
Penn
Year
Board
for
of
the Penn
Realtors. So basically,
Board
you're peer
of Realtors.
nominated, and then they vote
This
according to the
award was
nominations,
presented to
and someone's
Farless at the
selected
board
each year.
Christmas party
It's
held
based
at
on
the
just
Renaissance
what your
Center
peers
in
think of.
Cadiz.
There's no
Farless
qualification or
explains the
anything like that.
process
It's
of how the
100%
award is
their
chosen.
opinion. It's an award for Realtor
Zed,
of the
I'm
Year
Tammy
based on
Hancock.
peer
Farless said he was
nomination
surprised to
from
receive the
our
award,
board
but
of
it's an
realtors,
honor
Penn
each year
Board
for
of
the
Realtors.
Penn
It really is an
Board
honor
of
peer nominated, and then know that they
This
take
award
that
was
nominations
presented
and
to
put a lot of hard
Farless
work
at the
in. All
board
of us do.
Christmas party
It's based
held
on
at the
just your
Renaissance
what I feel like
Center
think
in
of.
Cadiz.
There's no
Farless
qualification or
explains the
anything like
process
how much
of
we
how
care.
this award is chosen.
For clients and other realtors
Zed,
and Realtor of the
I'm
Year
Tammy
relationships with them.
Farless said he was surprised to receive the award.
Farless
Farless grew up around the real estate business,
really
but it
is an
wasn't
honor
until
peer
after he
nominated,
explored
and know
other
that they
career
take that
paths
nominations and
that he
put a lot of hard work
decided
in.
to
All of
join
us
the
do.
family business.
Family connection, real estate officer, mom's a broker and owner of Farless Realty, and has been selling real estate for a long time. Got to see how she helped the industry for that. And I kind of got into it honestly by accident. I proceeded with what I started there. I started selling real estate until I figured out what I wanted to do. Family connection, real estate officer, mom's a broker.
He has been elected to serve as an officer in the Penn Board of Realtors.
This for 2024, I'll be the president-elect, which is essentially vice president for the year, and then that means that you'll be the president for the upcoming year past that. So 2025, I'll be the president of the Penn Board of Realtors.
Farless wants to thank the community for the support he has been given over the years.
I would just like to thank everybody. You know, we truly appreciate the business and the support that we receive year after year, day after day from our community. The faithfulness and the just continued patronage of our business is something that I literally can't thank everybody enough for. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And it gives us something, you know, we really enjoy what we do. We work hard at it, and we try to treat everybody, it sounds silly, but try to treat everybody like we want to be treated. And that's essentially what drives our business. And I think keeps people coming back.
Farless is a realtor with Farless Realty, located at 323 South Jefferson in Princeton. He and his wife Taylor have 3 sons and are active members of Southside Baptist Church. Reporting for your WPKY News Edge, this is George Kilgore.
Your WPKY News Edge will continue in a moment on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Machines are great when they talk to each other, but when they don't, network problems, network solutions. Moving at the speed of business. Solutions Technology Group. Learn more at solutionstg.com.
Hi, this is Lauren Brandon, and I'm proud to have served in this community for 45 years. As a bank that's been part of the Princeton community for over 139 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we have worked alongside. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Riddle's 24-hour Towing and Lockout LLC reminds you of the true meaning of the holidays as best told by the Grinch. What if Christmas doesn't come from a store? What if perhaps it means a little bit more? May your heart grow 4 times in size with the true spirit of Christmas. Merry Christmas from Riddle's 24-hour Towing and Lockout LLC.
Feel the festive spirit swing in at Western Hills Golf Course this holiday season. Holiday fun is par for the course here, where the greens are as jolly as St. Nick. Let winter chills meet sunny hills as you come play golf with us. Western Hills Golf Course, making your Christmas a hole-in-one.
As a community, we've faced challenges. We've seen that working together as a team, we're stronger. This is Heather Riley, marketing specialist with the Edge Media Group. With over 7 decades of building customer relationships, we've learned a thing or two about teamwork. We're dream builders. Through marketing campaigns designed specifically for unique needs, we help customers grow, building today's ideas into tomorrow's legacies. This is Heather Riley. Come build a legacy with me. Find out how at theedgemediagroup.net.
Herb Hayes Furniture wants to make your home all warm and cozy for the holiday season. Enter to win a $500 gift card in the Home for the Holidays sweepstakes. Head over to WPKYonline.com to enter today. Winner announced December 21st.
Light it up, Tiger fans.
Lady Tigers host Mayfield at the Cap.
It's game day.
Game time, 6 p.m.
Lady Tiger basketball live on 1580 103.3 WPKY, the free WPKY app, worldwide at WPKYonline.com. Your only local radio news source is WPKY.
Gusty northwest winds will pick up this afternoon and evening and bring with it much cooler temperatures before a midweek warm-up. Weather Edge forecaster David Powell said the winter-like temperatures are coming in following an Arctic front.
True Arctic air on the way in, and in fact it's already here, but it's starting to deepen and get even colder as the center of it gets in here. So we'll have a surge of northwest winds going to begin. That wind is going to lead to a very chilly and raw day today. Wind gust at 25 to 35 miles an hour, and that wind chill value will be in the 20s all day. And despite the sun and the strong cold air advection is going to be in place as well. And so it's just going to be a really cold day. So bundle up if you're going to be going outside.
A high-pressure ridge will move over western Kentucky Tuesday.
And we'll be back into the near normal highs around 50 to 32-degree lows Wednesday and Thursday. And those temperature trends will continue into the weekend with more unsettled weather patterns starting to develop.
Rain chances begin to pick up for the weekend as we head into the Christmas holiday, according to Powell.
As a big trough sits up off to the west, and that's going to keep us in a light, warm flow pattern with rain chances ongoing each day all the way through the weekend, and yes, Christmas Eve as well, and even Christmas Day. And that's when the main storm system should come in. And again, it does look like it will be rain, but that could change in time because there's some cold air behind this. So right now, it doesn't look too dangerous or stormy or snowy, but be more mild and gloomy with light to moderate rain sticking around for a few days.
As it stands, Christmas Day, we'll see a high in the mid-50s with an increasing chance for showers. With your WPKY News Edge, I'm Joshua Clausen.
The Princeton Optimist Club celebrated Christmas with the clients at Pennyroyal Industries with their annual party Thursday. According to Optimist Club member Roy Dean Rogers, this party is a long-running project for the club in Pennyroyal Industries.
I believe we've been doing this for 46 years. We missed one during COVID, but I think every year we have been able to do this. Used to, the clients would go to the Capitol Theater for a Christmas movie, and we provided the meal for them. It's something that's been going on for a long, long time, and you look at the expressions on the clients' faces, and today we were able to give them cookies and pizza and Cokes, and they just appreciated it. Everybody was saying thank you, thank you, thank you, so that's what makes it worthwhile.
Rebecca Gilkey with Pennyroyal Industries said the clients always look forward to the Christmas party.
We do this every year, and the Optimist Club brings pizza and drinks and dessert. The clients really look forward to it every year, get super excited about it. Myself and Sarah, we appreciate the Optimist Club doing this every year for the clients.
Gary Knight enjoyed being a part of the activities.
It was the Opson Club. It was out there. Little Sisters pizza and cookies for Christmas party.
Jason Salyers had a good time at the party and shared his thoughts on the reason for Christmas.
We just had our Christmas party out here at the Pennyroyal where we work at. We had a good party with the Optimist Club. We just had a wonderful time, and it's the Lord's birthday, really. That's the way we celebrate it. That's the way a pet person ought to celebrate it. Just remember the Lord's birthday.
The Christmas party was held at the Pennyroyal Industries building located on Dawson Road in Princeton. Reporting for your WPKY News Edge, this is George Kilgore.
Still to come on your WPKY News Edge, area obituary announcements and a complete look at your sports edge.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
This message was brought to you by Pennyroyal Regional Prevention Center.
Hi, this is Lauren Brandon, and I'm proud to have served in this community for 45 years. As a bank that's been part of the Princeton community for over 139 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we have worked alongside. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Santa sleigh stops are making their way across our community. Don't miss a chance to shop local and save in the Big Deal store. While supplies last, you get your big deal today from Meal Prep Mama.
Merry Christmas!
Shop local and save local with Santa sleigh stops.
Learn more by visiting WPKYonline.com.
It's time now for your local funeral announcements brought to you by Morgan's Funeral Home. Funeral services for 87-year-old Shirley Cornish of Princeton will be at 1 Tuesday afternoon at Morgan's Funeral Home with burial to follow in Pleasant Hill Cemetery. Visitation will begin at 11 Tuesday morning. She's survived by sons Robbie Cornish and wife Heather, and Chris Cornish and wife Angie, all of Princeton, daughter Debbie Courtwright and husband Mike of Marion, several grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Brian and I would like to wish you and your family peace and comfort this Christmas season. We understand the holidays can be full of the hustle and bustle, but we hope you find time to pause and enjoy the real reason for the season, the birth of our Savior. From the family at Morgan's and Lakeland Funeral Home, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Morgan's and Lakeland Funeral Home, always there, always care.
This is Allison Carnahan with West Kentucky Memorials, and we're thrilled to announce that we're now open in our new office at 349 Main Street across from Sonic. We have a large indoor showroom so our customers can shop for monuments comfortably, inside away from the weather. We're committed to continue assisting you and your family with all your memorial needs. West Kentucky Memorials, open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 9 to 4, at 349 Main Street across from Sonic in Cadiz. Visit our other locations at Princeton and Hopkinsville.
Black Patch Grill is a bar and grill with a twist. Come in and try authentic Irish fare or your favorite Southern comforts.
Your Weather Edge Weather Center forecast, 17 and mostly clear this evening. A north-northwest wind bringing even cooler temperatures on that wind chill, 15 to 20 miles an hour. Tuesday, sunny skies, a high near 40. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 24. And then Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, high near 51 degrees. But back to this evening, mostly clear skies and 17 in southwestern Kentucky.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
Today's society is dependent on electricity. The Princeton Electric Plant Board has what you demand for electricity anywhere, anytime at the required level of quality. They work to ensure our community's power system has the resources in place for reliability today and into the future. Their work and commitment has reduced the frequency and duration of power outages with a reliability rate of 99.9%. Princeton Electric Plant Board, bringing our customers safe and reliable energy.
The winningest college basketball program of all time.
Forever!
the greatest tradition in college basketball.
Kentucky basketball lives here.
UK travels to play Louisville. Hear all the coverage this Thursday starting at 3:30 on WKDZRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Your Sports Edge report starts now with a look at Caldwell County sports. Here's Todd Griffin.
A lovely shining star brought shepherds to a humble manger and a baby who would forever change the world. Cedar Bluff Baptist Church hopes the tranquility and joy of the Nativity are with you and your family this Christmas. Always remember, Jesus loves you. Is coming. Don't worry about the stress and maintenance of home upkeep. At Rivers Bend Retirement in Catawba, you're covered. For a limited time, enjoy 1/3 off for your first 3 months at the lake houses. Imagine living stress-free, no snow cleaning or even grocery runs. They handle it all in a community that offers personal care, skilled nursing, and occupational therapy. Visit riversbendrc.org and embrace a warm, worry-free winter. At Rivers Bend Retirement, your future starts here.
Raider Auction Company is owned and operated by Delbert Raider, who's been in the agricultural field for nearly 50 years and is well known for his knowledge of used equipment. Raider Auction holds 4 consignment auctions a year, but they buy and sell equipment on a daily basis. If you're looking for a specific piece of equipment, they'll do their best to locate it, and financing is available. Contact Delbert Raider at 270-881-2610 or call Amy Ezel at 270-604-2880 for all your used equipment needs. Raider Auction Company on Skyline Drive in Hopkinsville.
The holiday season is here, and the Persnickety Pig wants to help you get in the holiday spirit with the Persnickety Pig Holiday Quizzes at WPKYOnline.com. A new quiz is released every few days. Happy holidays from the Persnickety Pig.
Light it up, Tiger fans.
Lady Tigers host Mayfield at the camp.
It's game day.
Game time, 6 p.m.
Lady Tiger basketball live on 1580 103.3 WPKY, the free WPKY app worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff McDaniels with Farmers Bank, your home for the Tiger debit card. Our team wants to wish both the Lady Tigers and Tigers good luck this fall sports season. So help us support Caldwell's future athletes by getting your Tiger card today. Only at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
At Triceus, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Triceus in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit triceus.com. That's triceus.com.
Bud here, the guy who reminds you to contact 811 before you dig. Now I've got some great news. When you dial 811, you're going to get me. If you're a homeowner, landscaper, or building contractor, make sure you call me before you dig. I'll walk you through the process that will ensure underground utilities are marked and you can dig safely. Call me at least 2 days before digging to make sure you know what's below. Remember, call me, Bud, at 811 before you dig, or visit Kentucky811.org.
Are you overwhelmed when it comes to marketing your business? This is Cindy Allen Lax with the Edge Media Group. And when I started my career 30 years ago, we sold radio. But we are so much more today. We have multiple radio stations and websites. Digital advertising. Well, it's a must for a business, but which direction to go in can be a real challenge. We can help you with that challenge. Let us put our team of experts to work for you. Contact us today at theedgemediagroup.net.
In a game that Kentucky really needed, the Cats whipped number 9 North Carolina 87-83 Saturday night in the CBS Sports Classic. UK led all but 16 seconds in the game. 4 players in double figures: Rob Dillingham with 17, DJ Wagner with 14 plus 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Aaron Bradshaw had 12, Reed Shepherd 11. with the win. Kentucky now moves to 21st in the KenPom rankings. They face Louisville Thursday night. Speaking of, the Cardinals are now 5-6 after an 85-63 win over Pepperdine. The more than likely inevitable firing of Coach Kenny Payne probably pushed back a few days. Austin Peay with a 1-point loss at Western, final score 65-64. Southeastern Louisiana beat Murray State 61-55. Western Kentucky's football team is in Charlotte for tonight's famous Toastery Bowl. The 7-5 Hilltoppers are a 4.5-point underdog to 6-6 Old Dominion. Well, the Titans' 13-0 early lead wasn't enough as they were then outscored 19-3 by the Texans. Final score, Houston 19, Tennessee 16. Will Levis was sacked 7 times during the game. Next up for the Titans, the Seahawks come to town Sunday. You'll get the latest Titan news tonight. The Coach Mike Vrabel Show is at 6 on 106.5 WKDZ. Predators beat the Capitals 3-1 on Saturday. Preds are 7-3 in their last 10 games. They now stand in 4th place in the NHL Central with a record of 18-13-0. The Canucks come to Nashville tomorrow night. That's it for your Monday on your Sports Edge. I'm Eddie Owen.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
He leaves the house. It's dark, and it'll be dark when he gets home. Time is money, and his time is spent making money to support his family. So when it's time to eat lunch, he stays on the job site with his 2 sandwiches featuring jalapeno hot pepper cheese from the delightfully delicious deli. Nobody has the freshness, the selection, and the cut-to-order attitude that Hancock's Deli has. Hancock's, we make time for you.
Dude, I have no idea what to get my wife for Christmas. She buys everything she wants herself.
Oh, I already took care of that.
Really? You ahead of the game? You got someone to do it for you, didn't you?
Heck yeah, it's so easy. All you have to do is call Molly at the Tin Roof. You just tell her how much you want to spend, and she'll do the shopping for you and wrap it. On Christmas, when she sees a package from the Tin Roof, she thinks you're the man.
Okay, that's easy. I'll call today.
Hopkinsville Elevator, AgriChem, and Commonwealth Agri-Energy honor our area's hardworking local farmers. From the food we enjoy to the clothes on our back and even the fuel in our vehicles, so much is because of their hard work every single day. So today, thank a farmer.
Light it up, Tiger fans.
Lady Tigers host Mayfield at the Cap.
It's game day.
Game time, 6 p.m.
Lady Tiger basketball live on 1580 103.3 WPKY, the free WPKY app worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
You've been listening to your WPKY News Edge. Find news 24 hours a day at WPKYonline.com.
Treasured Remembered. For over 100 years, they have been serving the Princeton area with beautiful flower arrangements, custom wreaths, gifts, and more. West Locust Street.
Your Weather Edge Weather Center forecast, mostly clear skies, low around 17 this evening, north-northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, meaning that wind chill is going to be strong. Tuesday, sunny skies, high near 40, and then on Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, low around 24. Things warm up nicely on Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, high near 51. But back to this evening, mostly clear skies, 17 degrees.
Craving for that authentic smoky delight for dinner tonight? Slide into the Joint Barbecue Wings and More. Each bite bursts with flavor and spices from their all-star Southern barbecue menu. Hot wings, juicy ribs, and their showstopper brisket. They've got the grill fired up and ready to serve in Eddyville. Or you can order online at thejointbbqwky.com. Don't just eat. Feast like a king at the Joint Barbecue. Because let's face it, life tastes better with barbecue.
Revel in the holiday season with JPM Performance Power Sports. Let's sprinkle some Christmas magic on your off-road adventures and make this festive season a thrilling ride. JPM Performance Power Sports, giving joy, thrill, and adventure. Wishing everyone a safe and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
As you and your family gather around the Christmas tree to exchange gifts and enjoy a special time together, Ronald Wood, Caldwell County PVA, wishes you the very best and hopes the many joys of Christmas light up your hearts. Merry Christmas from Ronald Wood, Caldwell County PVA.
Don't just think of farmer, think the spouse and family of a farmer for all the sacrifices they make. Thank their employees for endless hours of hard work and sleepless nights as they tend to crops or sick animals. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they know farming is so much more than one person. They appreciate the hard work of all to keep any farming operation running smoothly. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they offer local expertise and best-in-class solutions and service. Learn more at nutrientagsolutions.com.
The holiday season is here, and the Persnickety Pig wants to help you get in the holiday spirit with the Persnickety Pig Holiday Quizzes at WPKYOnline.com. A new quiz is released every few days. Happy holidays from the Persnickety Pig.
It's a lot of work keeping a vehicle in tip-top shape.
It's a lot of time and money, too.
Join the thousands of people who have discovered loyal listener big deals. Visit WPKYOnline.com and click on the Big Deals tab. Support local, save money, and drive in style.
It's getting close to broadcast time. Caldwell Sports will soon be on the air here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The broadcast will also be worldwide at WPKYOnline.com. Caldwell Sports is coming up.
Time to head live to the gym for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The WPKY Caldwell County pregame show is on the air. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Cab. Tonight, the ladies are in action as the Caldwell County Lady Tigers will host the Mayfield Lady Cardinals. We'll start breaking this one down on the Athletic Center pregame show next on your home for Lady Tiger basketball, 1580 103.3 WPKY, and online at WPKYOnline.com.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their number one goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
What if I told you that just $1 could determine whether someone else stays warm this holiday season? Pennyroyal Electric can take that buck and do just that. Through Pennyroyal Electric's Plus One program, you simply agree to have $1 automatically added to your monthly bill, and your contribution will be used to help pay electric bills for local neighbors in need. Look for the Plus One insert in an upcoming statement or sign up online anytime at PRECC.com. Merry Christmas from Pennyroyal Electric.
Get in the holiday spirit with exclusive savings on genuine Case IH parts, service, and gifts. Delight the kid and everyone with $20 off every $100 spent on Case IH toys. Get $10 off the purchase of Case IH rechargeable LED work lights and give the gift of organization with 10% off Case IH tool storage products. Visit your Case IH dealer H&R AgriPower in Hopkinsville, Russellville, Owensboro to save on genuine Case IH parts, service, and gifts.
Get the best in area high school sports on the go. The award-winning coverage you expect from yoursportsedge.com is available on our incredible app. Catch every thrilling moment from game-changing plays to unforgettable victories right in the palm of your hand. And it's free. Your teams play at yoursportsedge.com.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to the Cab and into the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Need game day attire? Just stop in, check out the Athletic Center's screen printing and embroidery work. The Athletic Center, a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics, and they wish the Tigers and Lady Tigers a great season. Tonight, it's the Lady Tigers in action here at the Cab, hosting the Mayfield Lady Cardinals. Dennis Stevens on the call with an old buddy of mine. We brought out a little bit of retirement, who was on the air with me some in soccer in the past. It's my buddy Jeff McDaniels. Jeff, thanks for sitting in tonight for Melissa, who had a meeting to go to, and should be a good game tonight. Glad to have you.
Dennis, I'm looking forward to it. I think I did one girls game with you last year for similar reasons. So always enjoy coming out and doing it and get to see the girls play. So looking forward to a fun night.
It's going to be a good one tonight as Caldwell County comes in at 1-4 on the season. Mayfield at 4-1. But Jeff, the first thing you look at then, you look at the schedule just a little bit, kind of compare some of the teams that these two teams have played. I think the Lady Tigers have played by far a tougher schedule up to this point. You've got Marshall County, Union County in the mix, Hopkinsville always tough, Crittenden County. That's the one team that both of these teams have played, and both suffered a loss against Crittenden County. But on the other side, you've got Carlisle, Hickman counties. I don't think, not to take anything away from those schools, but that's not a Marshall County or a Hopkinsville most years. So Caldwell County with some tough play early on, but that only makes you tougher as the season goes along.
Yeah, I looked at that before I came up here tonight, just to try to get a feel for who Mayfield had played, because I saw that 4-1 record, and I'm a few years removed from the girls' side, so I'm not as familiar with some of these first region teams as I might have been 3 or 4 years ago. But it doesn't look like they played the tougher teams down there yet. Close game with Cairo, Illinois, and don't know anything about that team. Lost to Crittenden by 13. Crittenden is probably one of the 5th district favorites, I would think, going into the year. Usually have a pretty solid program over there from that perspective. But I don't think the 1-4 and 4-1 records probably fully explain the two teams we play tonight. But we'll have to see. I was looking at some of the stats here, and Mayfield's interesting numbers. They don't rely a lot on 3-pointers.
No.
And their leading scorer gets to the free throw line a bunch. So looks like a problem. I've not seen them play, but it looks like a team that may want to try to get the ball near the goal and get those high percentage shots. And if they don't make those, get fouled and get to the free throw line. And Caldwell stats are similar to that if you look at that in terms of how they get their points. So it'll be an interesting matchup tonight.
I think looking at the two teams warming up just a little bit ago, Mayfield may have the height advantage, but I think Caldwell County might have the quickness advantage. And a big plus for Caldwell County tonight, they get back the services of their point guard, who set out the last game with a little bit of an Achilles strain, and that's Tink Clark. Tink back in the lineup tonight. Coach Brown says she appears to be 100%, so we'll see how she does tonight back in the lineup to lead the offense for Caldwell County.
Yeah, the game I called last year as an 8th grader, Tink had a really good game. So I know she adds something to both the whether she starts or not to the top kids here, but also adds depth there from that standpoint as well. If it does become a game where fouls start to be a factor, it's always good to have that extra player. Of course, the two sophomores back this year, I didn't get to see play last year, but Riley and Morgan both were back on the roster this year, so I was glad to see them back from that perspective and go from there.
Yeah, both of them now juniors.
Oh, the juniors.
Season, and Briley has been a big plus. We're going to talk a little bit about her in the next segment, but leading the team right now in scoring is Briley Butts, and always a defensive spark plug for the Lady Tigers. Just about 21 minutes before we tip this one off, Lady Tigers, Lady Cardinals here at the Cab. We'll take a break, come back and start talking about a few of these Lady Tigers next on the Athletic Center pregame show on WPKY.
Depositing checks into your Planters Bank checking account just got even easier. In addition to stopping by any of our convenient locations, you can now deposit checks for free, even on the go. It's like having a Planters Bank teller wherever you are. With a simple snap from your smartphone's camera, your check deposit is in the bank. Planters Bank Deposit. Reason number 43 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Used Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Hughes in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Kentucky needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
The winningest college basketball program of all time.
Forever! The greatest tradition in college basketball.
Kentucky basketball.
Pull up three, right time.
Lives here.
UK travels to play Louisville. Hear all the coverage this Thursday starting at 3:30 on WKDZRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, cheering on all Tiger athletes.
Welcome back to the Athletic Center pregame show as we get set for Caldwell County Lady Tiger basketball. Lady Tigers hosting the Lady Cardinals of Mayfield tonight. On the Athletic Center pregame show, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. The Athletic Center has you covered, whatever the sport. The Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Dennis Stevens and my old buddy Jeff McDaniel setting in with me tonight. Camden McGregor and John Miller in the truck. And Jeff, this is going to be a good game for Caldwell County. They've had a tough start to the season at 1-4, but this team looks to be a team that Caldwell County matches up well against, even with that 4-1 mark. I'm looking for good things tonight, and it's got to start with really the spark plug offensively so far this season, the return of junior Briley Butts, averaging 15 points a game, as well as hitting the boards pretty well, getting a couple of rebounds every game from that guard position, that off guard or maybe the three spot that Briley will play tonight. But Briley takes it to the hole. She's got a good shot from outside. If you go out over player, she can drive the basket, get to the foul line. So she's a pretty well-rounded offensive player.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since I've seen her play. Obviously not playing last year and then the year before, but from that year, always I used to work with her. Her grandmother used to work with us at the bank, and I always, when she was in the gym, one of the things I always said about her is that she has short-term memory, and that's hard for kids. A lot of kids struggle with that, and what I mean by that, if you miss your last shot, sometimes that impacts, with a lot of kids, that impacts their confidence. But back in those days with Briley, it never seemed, she was very willing to take open shots. And I tell you, from a coaching perspective, it's easier to coach from that than it is from the other direction. Now, I don't know if her style of play has changed since then. I've not seen the team play this year. A little bit about Mayfield. I don't know anything about this team, but their head coach has been there for 6-7 years, and when I was helping both Coach Thomas and Coach Mitchell with the girls at different times, played Mayfield each year, and he does a good job.
He does.
So this is going to be probably a fundamentally sound team, and go from there. And now then you've got Caldwell with Coach Brown being new this year. You've got the 2 juniors coming back, trying to fit back into the system with the players. So it could take a little bit of a time for them to get to reach their potential in terms of how well they can play together and those kind of things. So, I'll say this: Mayfield's, with the head coach in place, and they've got a lot of stability, and I've seen how good a job he's done in the past with some of those teams we used to play down there.
And we're looking for this to be a tight game tonight, which may come down to some free throws or turnovers. And you and I have watched enough girls basketball, boys too, for that matter. If you win the turnover battle, you've got a good chance of winning the ball game most nights if the teams are evenly matched. What you can't do is have that 20-25 turnover night.
Yeah.
And Caldwell County has handled the basketball much better this season. You've had the play of Tink Clark, Med Thomas, a kid that really impresses me, and it's one of our favorite players from a couple of years ago, and I think Coach Thomas said the same thing on the air. It's one of her favorite players, and that's Nyla Sykes.
Yeah, a lot of energy. I was excited to come up here and see her play last year. That was when she was starting to come, get a little more playing time and develop from that standpoint. So was happy to see that. Hey, and you mentioned the turnovers, and I tell my middle school kids, I tell them this a lot. I say the team that wins most middle school games, and I think it probably would be consistent here as well, is the team that makes the most layups. Now that seems odd. But when I say that, it's not so much the ability to make the layup, so that's important too. It's how many easy shots do you give up relative to how many of the easier shots can you get. And that's where turnovers are huge in these kind of things, because if you're throwing it away and the other team is getting high percentage shots, even layups, it's hard to make up for that. So the team that does that the best, or I guess in other words, the team that gets the most easy shots and is able to make those shots, usually wins. Now that three-pointer, that can balance things out. But these teams don't seem to rely upon that a lot. I know Briley's made a few in her 4 games this year, and I know Caldwell's got the potential to make those. And like we said, looking at Mayfield, I think they've made 19 for the year in 5 games.
Right.
That's a decent. Don't get me wrong. That's almost 4 a game. But that's not that's not 8, 9, 10 a game that you see from some teams that rely upon that.
And Nyla Sykes mentioned her. She is leading the team in rebounding from either the small forward spot or off guard at 5.2 a game. So that kid, she's got some hops to her. She can get up.
Is she a junior this year as well?
She is a junior, I do believe. Well, let's look at the
I've got a.
Yes, I have her as a junior. But she's a kid that really hits the board. She blocks out well, but she can out-jump. If somebody tries to just jump with her, Nyla's going to win that battle most nights. So she gets on the board, gets the loose balls, but she's a player that just brings energy.
Yes.
If she doesn't score a point tonight, she's going to bring so much energy defensively and hitting the floor after loose balls and putting the ball up court on breaks that she's going to be invaluable to this team, whether she scores a point or not.
Dennis, on whether we call it Twitter or X, I forget what it's called, but I saw a thing posted, maybe even just last night, and it had 3 captions of Dennis Rodman in games where he had 0. Now, of course, I'm aging you and I now, right. But going back to the times where he had these 3 games where he had 0 points, but he had 25-plus rebounds in those games.
Yeah.
So 3 games where he was an energy player, he knew what his role was, and I can assure you how valuable he was that team despite those. He didn't score a point in those 3 games, but 25-plus rebounds in those games, that's a definition of energy there.
Another player we want to mention before we take our next break is the lone senior on the squad this season is Jakiah Copeland. This is a young lady that I sat here with Melissa a couple of games ago, and on, I think, 5 straight possessions, Coach Thomas was pointing out something different that Jakiah was doing on the floor, whether it was setting a screen, blocking out well on a rebound, taking a short-range baseline jumper. It was a number of things, but it was all by Jakiah Copeland that almost goes unnoticed. But she is kind of the glue with that senior leadership that holds this team together.
Yeah, I think so, and you need that, and I think that's where the other 2 juniors coming back to add to the upperclassmen here as with Coach Brown in his first season here. I think, like I said earlier, I think those are the kind of things that as this season progresses, this team's upside's probably they've got more upside than maybe some other teams because they've got a lot of new stuff they're doing. Right. I'm sure that the language and the systems that they're running and a lot of the things that they're doing is different than what they've done in the past. When you change coaches, that's typically what it has. And Coach Brown came from wasn't on the previous staff, so I'm sure a lot of what they do is different. Even if it's not different, they call it something different.
Right.
And that's where that upperclassman experience with the senior with Jakai and her presence out there and those little things. Again, we talked about that with Nyla. Those little things are so important. These others, you and I talked about this. Soccer and basketball have some similarities.
Yes.
If you look at baseball, you look at football, roles are sort of defined because of where you line up. Mm-hmm. In baseball, you're playing a position, a very specific position. In football, you line up at certain places. So whether you're blocking or whether whether you have the ball in your hands or whatever you're doing, it's pretty well defined. Now in basketball, we put 5 kids on the floor. And we call them guards, or we call them wings, or we call them forwards, or we call them whatever. The point is, those things aren't that well defined. Some teams might have their 5 be their leading scorer. Some teams might have their point guard being their leading scorer. Some teams might have their one of their wings be their leading scorer. Right. And different players set screens, and different players rebound, and it all varies. And each team's built differently. And I've always said with basketball, it's more of I can only play 5 kids at a time. And they all can't be the leading scorer. They all can't play point guard. They all can't do that. Although I've always noticed in my coaching career that all the bigs want to be a point guard.
Yeah, you're right.
And sometimes the point guards want to be a big, but I'm not. My point guards have been so diminutive here lately. I've not had that issue. But it is different. You got a senior like Jakai that's willing to go out there and do those things that every team needs. Mm-hmm. It only helps your team get better.
Just about 9 minutes before we tip this one off between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Cardinals. Let's do our injury report before we go to break. Injury report tonight brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center. Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the court. Our skilled team of providers have the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose such a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. The only player we've had out was Tink Clark. We didn't know how the testing was going to go on that Achilles. It appears that it's a best-case scenario for Tink as she is back in the lineup tonight, back on the floor, no boot, and looks like she's going through warm-ups along with everybody else. So good to see Tink out on the floor tonight and be able to play for the Lady Tigers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the big thing in basketball this week here in Princeton. That's the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. That's coming up next on the Athletic Center pregame show on WPKY.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
What are we going to do? Doctor, will he be okay?
Unexpected happens. Goodwin Insurance Agency has you covered with auto, home, life, commercial, boat, and RV insurance. That way, when the unexpected happens...
Congratulations! It's a girl!
You're covered.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore at Joyner Hardware on Main Street in Princeton.
empowering your lives and lighting up your nights. Princeton Electric Plant Board's community spirit shines bright. Entrusted with the glow of our fields, they keep our Tigers' pathways illuminated to victory. A shout out goes to our Tigers, Preston Burrell and Cole Wyatt, as they roar into a new season. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to a safe and victorious year from your one and only Princeton Electric Plant Board. They're not just a service, they're community.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athlete. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Good luck to all Tiger athletes from Bella Marie Boutique. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Dennis Stevens, Jeff McDaniels here on the call tonight for Caldwell County Lady Tigers, Mayfield Lady Cardinals basketball. And Jeff, we're excited about tonight's game, but a big showcase coming up at the Cab on Thursday and Friday, the West Kentucky Hoops Classic, bigger than ever this year, so I hope everybody will come out and support that. Caldwell County boys and girls will each play a game both days in that one. Caldwell County's schedule looks like the girls will play Logan County at 12:30 on Thursday. Heritage Christian takes on the boys at 2 o'clock, so back-to-back games for Caldwell County on Thursday. On Friday, it's Rowan County taking on the Lady Tigers at 12:30 again, and then the boys will wrap it all up as they will play South Panola, Mississippi in the nightcap at 8 o'clock. But in between there, a lot of great games, a lot of great basketball, $8 a day or $15 for 2 days. You can't beat that anywhere, and the proceeds go to help both the basketball teams and the athletic department here at Caldwell County High School.
For a basketball junkie like me, it's hard to come up with a better setup than that.
Right.
I am going to work in both of those mornings, but I am taking off both of those afternoons. So I'm sure my son and I will be up here, and we may not see every game, but there's a chance we will. I know it's a big event. I was talking to Coach Mitchell about it today, and you know, for the programs to be able to do that and to how it financially helps the programs as they move forward, it's a big 2 days for them. And he was I'll compliment Coach Kukihiko because Coach Mitchell was telling me, he said I had no idea. He said I had no idea how much they had to, what he had done in the past about that went into this. So, but it's, you know, it sounds like it's a lot of work for some folks that put that on, and we compliment them for their willingness to do so. But for us casual fans, and maybe even those who call it on the radio, it's 2 days of. It's 2 days of showing up and watching some pretty good basketball, so it's hard to complain about that.
It's a lot of fun. I know we'll cover Caldwell County back-to-back on Thursday and probably hang around and watch some of the games after that. But you've got a lot of D1 talent coming in. You've got teams from a lot of states, Indiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, so a lot of good players coming into the Cab. Your chance to see some of these kids that you may see later on at the college level and maybe even a pro or two has come through the Cab on the way to the league.
Charles Bassey played here with the I forget the team out of Louisville 3 or 4 years ago. He's went to Western and had a pretty solid career down there and is now in the NBA. So you're exactly right. You've got some pretty good talent that comes through here. I've always enjoyed the event, and normally I haven't been too worried about the weather. But last year sort of changed that, so I had even looked at the extended forecast, and it looks like that will not be a concern for basketball games. I think the second day of that event was eliminated last year because of that severe change in temperatures and wind and sleet and snow and all the stuff that happened on that second day.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that or a white Christmas. I hate to disappoint those wishing for a white Christmas, but I'm not one. But it's supposed to be 40s and 50s all the way through the first of the year, so I don't think we'll have to worry about that this season. But it is a big effort. Torrey Hammett, our friend, goes a long way in putting this one on, but he tells us himself he's got a team of people that play a part in this showcase that we have here at the Cab, and just a great thing to have, especially for a small town like Princeton. Used to, I think Torrey was begging teams to come in. Now he's got teams calling him and saying, hey, do you have an opening for next year for the Hoops Classic?
Yeah, it's definitely an asset, and and I encourage those of you out there that just enjoy basketball to show up. It's like Dennis said, for the money. It's a chance to see some high-level basketball, see some players that have a future probably beyond high school, and you get to do that and come watch the two local teams play a couple of games too. So that's a pretty good setup.
Plus, we'll have concessions there, so you can come hungry and support the Tigers and Lady Tigers at the concession stand as well. So looking forward to that this coming up Thursday and Friday, the West Kentucky Hoops Classic right here at the Cab. Officials are on the floor, both teams going to the bench. We're going to take a break here and have the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have tonight's starting lineups for the Lady Tigers and the Lady Cardinals.
Experience the magnificence of the American flag. Embrace the resonance of our national anthem. The veterans of foreign wars of the United States respect these symbols deeply, having protected our freedom tirelessly. Join the ranks of Princeton's VFW 5595 and VFW Auxiliary as they salute all who honor our emblem of liberty with the playing of our national anthem by our very own Band of Pride.
$15.80, 103.3 WPKY. Princeton. Light it up. It's time for tip-off. Caldwell County basketball is on. 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Welcome back to the Cab as we get set for action tonight between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Cardinals of Mayfield. Dennis Stevens and Jeff McDaniels on the call for you tonight. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. First up for Mayfield is number 3, Allie Creason, a freshman. She'll be followed by number 5, Skylar Mandry, a senior. Up next, number 10, Keely Henson, a sophomore. Number 13, Lexi Fagan, another sophomore. And number 24 is Leigh Mays. 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a senior in the mix, Jeff. So relatively young, just like the Lady Tigers. For Caldwell County, it's number 5, Briley Butts. Nyla Sykes out next, number 15. Lulu Thompson. Number 20, the sophomore, Jakaya Copeland, the lone senior for Caldwell County. And number 22, rounding out the starting lineup, is junior Morgan Akins. So 2 players the Lady Tigers did not have last season. Jeff, in the starting lineup tonight, Tink Clark looks like she'll come off the bench tonight. I don't think they want to take any big chances with a team that's not in the district, not in the region. And it's out of both, so you're kind of going to play it safe with Tink tonight, it looks like.
It looks that way, Dennis. I think having not seen the team play this year, it's a little hard for me to react to that.
Tip off
Caldwell mostly with upperclassmen here.
Tip off controlled by Caldwell County. Tip off brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. For all of your construction and concrete needs, it's Travis Construction and Concrete. Just underway here, Briley Butts takes it baseline, gets shoved out of bounds. First foul of the game on Mayfield. And it's going to be Akins to put it in. 2-3 zone on the inbound. They get it in to Copeland. Right back into Akins. Nice step move to come inside off the baseline. Misses the shot. Rebound Caldwell County. Out to Sykes. Free throw line jumper is no good. And it's Mayfield with the rebound. Lady Cardinals quickly back up the court. We'll see how Caldwell County sets up defensively. Looks like man-to-man from the Lady Tigers. Inside it goes. Knocked away by Butts. Picked up by Akins. Out to Sykes. Sykes, Euro step up, and
wow,
it's going to be a travel call. I thought that was a good step.
I did too, Dennis. I told a referee this Saturday in a middle school tournament that was a walk in the 80s, but I don't think it is anymore.
That's something
I thought that was a good step through.
Yeah, Coach Thomas has talked about that very thing on a couple of occasions early in the season, how it takes a while to learn it, but Nyla looked like she did a good job with it. Ball goes down low. It's going to be a tie-up as Jakaya Copeland battling with Keely Henson. Possession arrow stays with Mayfield. Just underway here, no score, almost a minute gone in the first quarter.
Looks like Caldwell goes on these out of bounds under the go.
Mayfield works it around the zone. It is Mays. No good on the three. Tracked down defensively by Sykes. Sykes tried to throw it off a Mayfield player. She felt like she was pushed. Instead goes to Mayfield. Shot missed again by the Lady Cardinals, and it's Butts with a strong rebound for Caldwell County. Akins has it kicked away.
Looks like Mayfield's in a 2-1-2. Probably going to look to trap at different spots on the floor here, playing that zone defense.
That's something that Caldwell County really has to do is take care of the basketball, and it starts with the passes. You got to know where you're going with that pass, not to try to make it extremely long. And you can't be lazy with an athletic team like Mayfield. Over it goes to Sykes. She tracks it down on the left wing. Wanted to go baseline, cut off, swings it back over. Akins open for a three from the right wing off the back of the rim. No good.
Good
Ball
shot.
Loose underneath. Thompson strong on the board, misses the putback. Ball loose again. Akins had it. Now it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Tigers.
That was a good shot. That's one of those three-pointers that I'm a big fan of. It was from the inside out. She had her feet set. You got to take that shot. They'll fall eventually.
Inbounds comes into Sykes. Sykes, top of the key to Akins. Akins turns down the three, goes corner to Copeland. Caldwell works it back around Sykes.
Nice pass.
Inside to Butts. Butts misses the shot. Rebound. Mayfield had it. Now a tie-up is going to be called underneath. Good job by Thompson to hit the deck chasing that loose ball, but tied up by Mayfield.
Hey, Caldwell's gotten good shots so far. The one they made, they called a walk. You and I both were curious about that one, but they're getting good shots. Just got to make some of them.
Butts on the inbounds out to Sykes. Inside to Copeland, back out. Sykes into the corner. Briley Butts drives, pulls up just outside the lane. Nice shot. Briley Butts with the first bucket of the night, 2-0, Caldwell County. Jeff, that's a shot that Briley makes a lot of. She can create a shot off the dribble just like she did there, and she's very accurate. Mayfield on the other end puts up a shot in the lane, no good, but the foul is called. I think they're going to get Copeland with the foul for Caldwell County.
Got a little ball fake by Briley on that other end, planted those feet, knocked down that little 8-footer. Nice shot.
It's going to send Mays to the line for Mayfield. First one up and no good. Mayfield, nobody on the lane for a rebound, which is, you see it some, but usually late in the game when you have a big lead. Mayfield just conceding the rebound, and it does come down on the miss to Sykes. Sykes finds Akins. Akins tries to dribble away from the trap, gets it over to Sykes. Underneath, Butts wide open across the lane. Misses the shot, but fouled, hacked across the wrist.
That's going to be two already on Lexi Fagan for Mayfield. I'm sure we'll see somebody get maybe an earlier appearance off their bench than maybe they would plan.
Briley Butts at the line for Goodwin Insurance free throws. First one rolls around but finally falls through. Free throws brought to you by Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Contact Goodwin Insurance for a free quote. Second one up and good. Briley Butts with 4 points. Caldwell County leads this one 4-0 with 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Lady Tigers back to man-to-man defensively. Goes in to Henson. Henson tried to go out to the three-point line but fouled on the play. Foul looks like it's on Sykes with the push. Her first, team second. Mayfield to take it out of bounds on the baseline underneath their own basket.
It almost looked like the Mayfield girl had a hold of her jersey, but referee didn't see it that way.
Mayfield works it around. It's a three from the left wing. That one halfway down, back out, rebound. Mayfield up and in. Number 5, Skylar Mandry. One of their top 2 scorers on the season.
Little 1-2-2 here, three-quarter court.
Over to Sykes. They had Thompson open. Sykes instead goes baseline, misses the shot. Ball loose, out of bounds, stays with Caldwell County. Checking into the ball game for the Lady Tigers, Tink Clark. Her first action in a couple of games as Morgan Akins will come out for the Lady Tigers. 4:54 left to play in the first. 4-2, Caldwell County with the lead. Sykes to inbounds off that baseline. All the way out front it goes to Clark. Clark, top of the key, look for a screen from Copeland. Instead goes left wing to Butts, back to Copeland. Copeland thought about the three. She'll give it up. Butts gets it top of the key, drives the lane. A runner is no good. Ball loose on the floor, and this one is off of Thompson. Mayfield basketball.
Again, we're getting good shots, and you've got to just keep doing that and hope to make a decent percentage of them.
Substitution for Caldwell County as Thompson comes out of the game. Davany Williams will come in, and that's a young lady that's been giving Caldwell County pretty good minutes all the time she's been in this season. Caldwell County on the substitution goes 2-3 zone. Mayfield got away with a carry, kicks it back out to Thomas. Thomas to Mays. Mayfield works it around the top of that zone. Back to Mays. Top of the key, three on the way. No good from Henson. Rebound Mayfield. Now it's Henson back at the top of the key. Thought about it again. Head fake instead. Kicks it over. And it's good from the right wing. That is number 5, Skylar Mandry, who's having a big night for Mayfield already.
And I mentioned this on the way in tonight, Dennis. These nets, we're going to have to start. We have this problem at the middle school, too. I took the old ones off the side goes because these lightweight ones keep getting hung on those rims.
They do. We see it a lot. 2-3 zone by Mayfield as Caldwell County back on the offensive end, trailing for the first time tonight, 5-4. Butts, corner three. That one, not a friendly bounce. Rebound comes down to Mandry. Mandry to Mays. Mays drives, cut off. Nice job by Williams to close that down. Shot inside the paint, no good. Rebound to Briley Butts. Butts hands it off to Tink Clark. Clark swings it right wing to Sykes. Sykes goes baseline to Butts. Inside, Davany Williams. Davany backing down her
Strong
defender,
move.
up and in, off
Strong
the glass.
move.
Farmer's bank shot. That's a progression of Davany Williams from last season to this season. Last season, I think, Jeff, she would have taken that ball and just turned and pitched it back out to Briley. That time, she backed her defender down nicely.
He took her time, got to the spot she wanted to get to, and used that glass. That's solid.
Miss on the other end by Mayfield, rebounded by the Lady Tigers. It's Sykes. Had Tink Clark open, tried to get it to her, now does. Clark, left side of the lane, drives in, has it blocked by Mandry. Mandry leads the break, 2-on-1, back for Mayfield.
Yeah.
And Briley Butts commits the foul on Mandry. That stops the clock with 2:45 left to play in the first quarter. Caldwell County leading 6-5. But stepping to the line is going to be Skylar Mandry for Mayfield.
Had a lane violation there, Dennis. After they thrown the ball to the shooter, one of Mayfield's players stepped off the line. They backed everybody up, and it cost them an attempt there.
So one shot coming up for Mayfield. Mandry puts it up, and no good. Williams with the board. As we said before, Mayfield doesn't put anybody on the free throw lane. Just over 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Caldwell County with a 1-point lead and the basketball with Tink Clark going left side to Butts. Butts tried to save that one in. Tough pass to handle. I think Butts thought about cutting back to the goal on that one, but the pass already on the way from Clark out the other way.
When I see a lot of kids do this, we attack that ball from the middle of the floor. I wish Tink on that would go favor that side of the floor a little bit. It'd make that an easier pass if she would.
Mays turns down the three, gets it over to Henson, back over to Mandry. To Henson, she'll try it this time. That one in and out. Rebound to number 5, Mandry. She'll give it back, and short-term memory for Keely Henson as she drains the three from the top of the key.
Dennis, all it took was me talking about Mayfield not shooting the three very often. They've already made a couple here in the first quarter, and that's that same pass. I call it the X. There's not an X out there, Dennis. You can't see it. There's not one. But kids get in the habit of driving to that spot just at the top of the key and trying to make that sideline pass. There's really no reason you can't make that pass from more towards the sideline, and it improves your
angle.
Yeah, and I've been trying to get my kids at the middle school to be more aware of that.
Timeout on the court as Briley Butts is going to have a jersey looked at, has some blood on the jersey. Checking in is going to be Morgan Akins for Caldwell County. So they've got Akins in. 151 still to play in the first quarter. Mayfield leads this one. It's been back and forth. 8-6 now, Lady Cardinals. Clark looks over that 2-3 zone to Sykes. Sykes swing pass across the court. Ends up into the hands of Copeland. Copeland spin move. Goes baseline. That one knocked out of bounds on the missed shot.
That was a nice move. Nice baseline move.
Stays Caldwell County basketball as Akins to put it in play. Out it comes to Clark. Clark, top of the key, looks it over. Mayfield really brings that 2-3 zone way high.
They do.
It's Sykes dribbling in. 10-footer, no good. Rebound.
Another good shot, though.
Mays taking on 2 Lady Tigers. Throws it up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. And a timeout called by Mayfield's coach to save that possession with 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here.
It'll be a 30.
And tell you about our sponsors for timeouts this season. That is U-Ride. U-Ride gives you that hometown feel by providing personalized appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and remaining committed to you even after the sale. Contact our buddies Lee Hughes or Tommy Harrison for an appointment. U-Ride supports all the Caldwell County Tigers and Lady Tigers. 1:15 left to play in the first. Mayfield leads 8-6. And, Jeff, it's a game we didn't really expect Mayfield. They don't have a good percentage from the three-point line, but they are really letting the threes fly here at the Cab in the first quarter.
They've made a couple of those. And really, watching this game, I think Caldwell, I'm not keeping this stat, but I suspect Caldwell probably has a little bit of advantage on the glass so far. And Caldwell's gotten good shots. And, you keep that up, you got to hope some of them go in. But really, it's been a pretty even match. Mayfield has made a couple of threes, and Caldwell's relied upon free throws and a two-pointer, and that's really the difference. The number of baskets is similar, but just gotta keep taking those good shots.
Players back out on the court after the Mayfield timeout. It is Mandry putting it in play, gets it right back. Corner three on the way short. Jakiah Copeland,
nice
great
rebound.
Position, and gets fouled on the play.
Number 3, I couldn't see.
Fundamentally, Jakiah Copeland is very good underneath the basket on that defensive end. She blocked out well on that one. That foul is on number 3, Allie Creason, the freshman. Sykes takes it to the hole. Off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound on the other side, up off the glass and in. That's the leaping ability of Nyla Sykes paying off there. Shot it, went over the board, got the rebound in a crowd, and put it back up and in for a Farmers Bank shot. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Just about half a minute left to play here in the first quarter, tied up at 8. That is Mandry with the basketball over to Mays. Mays cut off, wanted to drive, now goes off a screen, kicks it into the corner. Long two on the way, no good. Ball loose on the floor, goes out of bounds, but I think it's off of Morgan Akins, and it will stay Lady Cardinal basketball with 18 seconds left.
Caldwell's been mainly man-to-man here on the baseline out-of-bounds plays. They go to a little bit of a zone here to try to keep the ball out of the lane. Got to cover those corners.
Mays, good closeout by Copeland. Mays dribbling at the top of the key. Out at the logo, 10 seconds left on the clock. Takes it in to Henson. Henson over to Mandry. Mandry on the drive, shot up, no good, but a foul on the play.
I think it's going to be Jakai's second.
We'll see who this one is called on. It's going to be 2 shots coming up. 4th foul of the quarter on Caldwell County. Second on Copeland. Free throw up and no good. Mid Thomas into the game for Caldwell County as Copeland will come out with just 4.3 seconds left, not even taking a chance on a foul. Skylar Mandry back at the line for her second shot. This one up and does stay in. 9-8. Mayfield, Caldwell County will try to get a shot off. 2 seconds on the clock. Half court. No good by Caldwell County, and we've played one. After one, it's Mayfield 9, Caldwell County 8. Back after this.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton. 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
First Southern National Bank wishes the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Back to the cab, getting set for second quarter action. Caldwell County trailing by 1, 9-8. Second quarter brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be at Cozy Living Interiors.
Dennis, a tight game. A little quick recap from that first quarter. Mayfield with the only 2 threes. We talked about that earlier, but Mayfield only 1 for 5 from the line. So that's helped Caldwell out there. But Caldwell has got some quality shots, and just a few of can't get as many to go in as they need to. Now, I think there's a chance that can change. They are getting quality, unchallenged shots. That's nice steal there.
Tink Clark gets a hand in the lane, has it blocked on the other end by Mandry. Mandry dribbles it out of bounds. Did they call a foul on Tink Clark?
Dennis, how long did it take you to get used to the fouls by quarter this year? Is that something you had to adjust to?
We still have conversations about that on both sides. Ken Parker on the boys, Melissa on the girls' side. I hate the disappearance of the 1-and-1 completely. I think that kind of goes against the defensive team late in the game if you're behind to try to put somebody on the line for a 1-and-1. I'd like to see some aspect of that be brought back into it. But other than that, I don't think it's really slowed the game or sped it up a great deal either way. Shot by Mayfield inside off the left elbow is good. Biggest lead of the night for the Lady Cardinals at 11-8.
Dennis, I have to admit, I've coached 35 games already this year with the new rule, and I've already adjusted to it. 1-and-1, I don't know. It's sort of odd.
Caldwell County works around the 2-3 zone. Aikens open. Dumps it down inside. Butts had nice position. Shot up, no good. And, Jeff, that seems to be the theme here.
Good shots.
First quarter and going into the second. Caldwell County with some very good shots in this ball game. Just cannot get them to fall at the rate they would like to have.
Yeah, I've said this many times. You can do the things the exact same way, and whether that ball goes in that goal or not, a lot of the casual fans are going to go and look at that and say, You played a good game or you struggled. And the reality is Caldwell is getting excellent shots.
They are. They're working the ball well, not committing a lot of turnovers in this game.
And not taking 4 shots.
Aikens comes up with a turnover for Caldwell County, loses control of it. Right back to Mayfield into the hands of Lexi Fagan. Fagan brings it down the court working against Aikens, and Aikens, too much of a hand check, is going to get called way out past the top of the key. Second foul of the quarter already, just a minute and a half in on Caldwell County. First foul on Morgan. Mandry to put it in play, gets it into Fagan, right back to Mandry. Mandry guarded by Clark. On the right wing is Fagan. Fagan, top of the key off a screen. Good cut down low, up and in is number 24, Leigh Mays. And the patience of Lexi Fagan on that one set that play up, Jeff, as she took her time off of that screen, gave Mays time to go to the hole.
Well, a nice movement off the ball by Mays. That's something that's hard to get kids to do that consistently.
Med Thomas misses a three from the right wing. Rebound Akins. Back out to Clark. Clark with a runner. Too hard off the board. Mays with the rebound from Mayfield. 5:50 to play in the first half. Mayfield right now with their biggest lead of the night at 13-8. Mays out at the logo. Double screen at the top. Over to Mandry. Mandry at the top of the key. Wanted to go down the lane, cut off. Gives it off to Mays. Mays left wide open. Takes it to the hole. And a U-Ride timeout called by Coach Brown with 5:30 left to play in the first half. 15-8 Mayfield. Back in 30 seconds.
Critter Care, a family-run boarding and grooming facility in Princeton, is your pet's home away from home. Located in the former Rogers Vet Clinic on Masonic Drive, accepts all family pets. Their experienced groomer has over a decade of expertise, ensuring quality and peace of mind. Open from 7 to 4 Monday to Friday and weekends by appointment. Remember, updated vaccines are a must. Follow on Facebook at Critter Care LLC for updates. Choose Critter Care for your pet's holiday retreat.
Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers. Good luck this season."
Welcome back to the Cab after the U-Ride timeout. 5:30 left to play in the half. Caldwell County now down 15-8. 6 straight points by Mayfield to start the second quarter, Jeff.
Yeah, and going back to what we talked about before the game, team that makes the most layups is hard to beat sometimes, and Mayfield has found ways to get to the rim in this quarter. Mays, I know 2 of her baskets have been right at just bank shots, basic layup. So Caldwell need to keep her feet on the ground on defense, number one, and then call these screens out. Now getting a little sloppy.
A tough pass, and that's 2 of the turnovers the Lady Tigers have come from that spot.
No, not real sure.
And he gave the ball. Mayfield brought it inbounds, and I don't think Fagan really thought that the ball was in play.
Yeah, it's not the coach arguing. If you can hear it, it's not the coach that's arguing that. I think he's curious what happened as well, but one of Mayfield's fans is asking the ref how that happens.
It goes over to Sykes. Sykes goes top of the key. They'll swing it over to Clark. Clark back to Morgan at the top of the key. Had Med Thomas open wanting the basketball. Gives it to Clark. Clark swing pass to Sykes. Inside it goes to Copeland. Copeland double team. Back out to Sykes. Sykes hit, spun around. Thompson chases a loose ball down. Now loose in the corner. Standing on the sideline, Morgan Akins picked the ball up but was standing out of bounds. And just some tough double team pressure from Mayfield is starting to hurry Caldwell County at times here. Fagan gets it in play. She'll walk it up the court. Caldwell County sets up man-to-man defensively. Fagan off a screen, goes down. Caldwell switches. Good job by Lulu Thompson. Thompson had the rebound, tried to rip it away. It's a tie-up, but the possession arrow still goes with Caldwell County. 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Caldwell County still looking for its first points of the second quarter.
Yeah, Lulu did a nice job there. That almost looked like there was going to be another one of those easy bank shots, and she stayed straight up, contested that shot, and got a miss out of it and got the rebound.
It's Sykes, tries to go inside. Wanted to thread the needle to Thompson, picked off by Mandry. It's Mayfield the other way. Outlet pass up the court. That one out of bounds on Mayfield. They got the ball into the hands of Henson. Henson tried to go underneath. Way too high for her player. Turnover Mayfield. Caldwell County will come up. And Mayfield sets up in a 1-2-2. They'll back it down into a 3-2.
Yeah, they backed this off a little bit. They still are trapping a little bit on that first pass. But they basically decided they're going to see if Caldwell can make shots, and then another. Here we go, another layup.
There's Mays with a steal and the bucket. Caldwell County kind of telegraphed that pass, and it's a 17-8 lead now for the Lady Cardinals. Caldwell County works it to Sykes. Sykes back top of the key to Clark. Clark may have gotten away with a double dribble over to Sykes on the wing. Inside, David E. Williams, triple team. Ball knocked loose. Williams chases it down. Back out to Sykes. Sykes drives the lane. Euro step up. Too hard off the glass. and it's Mayfield with the rebound into the hands of Mandry. 3.5 to play in the second quarter. Fagan to Henson. Henson's three, top of the key, is good. And Mayfield with an 11-0 run here in the second quarter. A U-Ride timeout on the court with 3:18 left to play in the half. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Caldwell Medical Center would like to invite you to attend a weight loss seminar the first Tuesday of every month. They will meet in the Education Room at Caldwell Medical Center at 6 p.m. Please join Dr. Mobley, Caldwell's very own general surgeon that specializes in medical and surgical weight loss. If you can't come in person, join them on Facebook Live. Once again, it's the first Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. at the Caldwell Medical Center. Hope to see you there.
Bradley Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
Welcome back to the Cab out of the U-Ride timeout. 3:18 left to play in the first half. It's 20-8. Mayfield over Caldwell County. This one 9-8 after one, Jeff. But this defense by Mayfield, it's a 1-2-2, but they're really starting to try to trap out of it and double teaming everything that goes down low for Caldwell County.
But trapping that first pass, but also packing it in that lane. And we were getting some shots in that lane earlier. Now we're not. And we're sort of forcing it in there, not taking took good looks in the first quarter, just didn't make them. This has been a little different. That's a good shot there, though.
Good pass in, backs her player down again, but misses a shot. Mays, the jack of all trades from Mayfield, had the rebound, feeds Mandry in the lane, and a foul on the play as Mandry took it to the hole.
I think foul's on Morgan Akins there. That'll be her second as well.
Skylar Mandry, the senior, back at the line again. Free throw up, and that one, a line drive, somehow finds its way over the rim and into the bottom of the net. 21-8 Mayfield. Second free throw by Mandry, a little better arch, and goes in. 2 free throws by Skylar Mandry. The lead now at 22-8. Over to Butts. Butts on the left wing. Inside pass too hard for Williams. Ball loose on the floor. And a tie-up is going to be called. Possession arrow will take it to, they're going to call a foul.
Wow.
I did not see that. That looks like two young ladies going for a loose ball, but the foul.
I didn't see that foul either. And that's 14 fouls, so Mayfield will be shooting 2 on any foul the rest of the quarter.
That foul on Davany Williams for Caldwell County. It is Mays. Mays gets it back on the screen on the left wing. Down low to Creason. Creason back out to Fagan. Fagan to Mandry at the top of the key, guarded now by Sykes. Fagan with it. Has Akins on her, goes under a screen. Trying to get it back to Mays, knocked away by Copeland. Outlet pass up to Briley Butts. Butts takes it, lays it off the glass and in. Caldwell County's first 2 points of the second quarter, coming with 2:10 to play in the quarter. 22-10 now. Mayfield with the lead and the basketball. Mays getting away with seemingly a little carry on that, Jeff. I'll get your opinion on that. 3-pointer no good by Mandry. Rebound comes down to Williams. Williams finds Morgan Akins.
Dennis, I think that call is so inconsistent these days.
Butts drive along the baseline, ball knocked out of bounds by Mandry.
I've started to believe here that sometimes the generation of the referee is how it gets called. The older the referee, the more likely the carry is to get called, and the younger the referee, the less likely it is to get called. Just because how the game's changed and what they're used to seeing.
That's a good point.
When you and I see it, we see a lot of carries. Good shot there.
That is Ja'Kiah Copeland with a nice drive into the lane. Caldwell County back within 10, 22-12. Fagan hands off to Mays. Mays handles the ball really well, right or left-handed. Gives it up to Mandry. Mandry to Henson. Back over to Mandry.
Mays got some layups in this quarter, and you can see she's more aggressive now. she's feeling good after getting some points on the board.
Mayfield weaving out front, ends up back with Fagan. Fagan bounce pass on a driving Mandry, and Mandry.
That's a bad. He called a charge. That's a
bailout and a gift.
Yeah,
both for Caldwell County.
He didn't have a. It was really, she was straight up, and I guess you got to call a foul there, but it was really one of those things that I probably would have just played. I know there was a lot of contact, but I probably would have just played on. That way, both sides would have been mad instead of just one. Both would have been.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. Bounce pass picked off by Mandry. Mayfield back the other way. Mays gets it at a tough angle, goes up and in. Count the basket and the foul.
That's going to be 3 on Morgan as well.
Mays may not end up being the leading scorer for Mayfield tonight, but she is really the spark plug of this whole team.
I'm going to take the odds, Dennis. I think she will be the leading scorer tonight. She's our leading scorer coming in, I believe, and you can tell they look for her as much as they do anybody else. Mandry probably second most.
Free throw no good. She's Aveny Williams with the board.
She is 0 from 3 from the line.
Team Clark down to Butts, back to Clark. Open on the far side was Sykes. Sykes gives up the 3. Caldwell County works it back around over to Butts. Still 32 seconds left in the quarter. Sykes to Copeland. Copeland swings it over, and down it goes. Too many passes right there. One too many. You'd like to see Nyla go ahead and take that.
Yeah, I think
the ball goes out of bounds, touched by Briley Butts last.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Dennis. She had a little 8-footer there that she could turn around and take the shot. She saw a teammate she thought was open on the block, but the opposite side of that zone was sliding down at the same time and able to deflect that pass.
Coach Thomas calls that the extra pass. You want the extra pass, but not the one too many.
Yes.
Mays dribbles in the lane, kicks it out, gets it back. A 3 on the way from Mays is good. 27-12. It's been all Mayfield here in the second quarter. Bank shot at the buzzer, counted by Clark as she puts it off the glass for a Farmers bank shot at the buzzer. After 2 quarters of play, it's Mayfield 27 and Caldwell County 14. We'll take a break and come back on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report next on WPKY.
During this holiday season, you have the power to make someone else's Christmas warm and bright. The Pennyrail Electric Plus One program allows you to turn just $1 into a helping hand for a neighbor in need. You simply agree to have $1 automatically added to your monthly bill, and your contribution will be used to help pay electric bills for those in need. That should give you a nice warm feeling too. Look for the Plus One insert in an upcoming statement or sign up online anytime at precc.com.
Hi, this is Lauren Brandon, and I'm proud to have served in this community for 45 years. As a bank that's been part of the Princeton community for over 139 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we have worked alongside. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky, you're treated like family. Because to them, family is everything. Johnson's has the reputation of helping customers with brands you can count on, like GE Appliances. Shop their selection of GE appliances with premium finishes and features that make household chores easier, giving you time to do what matters. Bring home the long-lasting quality of GE appliances today. Trust Johnson's for furniture, bedding, and appliances. Because you're like family, and family is everything.
Financial planning should be specific to you and your life circumstances. That is why we created Invest FB Wealth Management, a division of Farmers Bank. Hi, I'm Jeff McDaniels, Invest FB's lead financial advisor. Whether you're saving for retirement, starting a business, or planning your family's future, our individual and comprehensive approach can help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us today at our Princeton or Eddyville offices to start a conversation about your individual financial needs.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling the Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
Give it your all this season, Tigers. Good luck from the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center.
1580, 103.3 WPKY, Princeton.
Welcome back to the Cab as we get underway on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show. Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Caldwell County and Mayfield in a close one in the first quarter. Mayfield went to the bench after the first quarter up 9-8, but an 18-6 run in the second quarter by Mayfield has really blown this one open. 27-14 your halftime score. In fact, Caldwell County didn't score their first basket of the second quarter until about 2:10 left in the quarter. So Caldwell County with the little bit of trouble, Jeff, out of the traps that Mayfield put on in that second quarter, had some more turnovers than the first, and it was Leigh Mays for Mayfield really wearing it out in that second quarter. She is the leading scorer for the Lady Cardinals this season, and just a sophomore. I looked at that just a second ago while we were in break. So that kid's got a lot of skill, handles the ball well, both hands, and gets to the goal, looks at over at the half-court level really nice. So she's having a big game for Mayfield, and they are stretching this one out 27-14. Time now for the stats of the first half. Stats brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers, this season from Ackridge Farm Supply. For the stats of the first half, I'll turn it over to Jeff.
Dennis, it was a tale of two quarters there. We talked about in the first quarter how Caldwell was getting some nice looks and just not able to get the ball to go through the goal there. And then the second quarter, Mayfield changed that defense up a little bit, really pressured that first pass and sped Caldwell up. And Caldwell's from some turnovers and didn't get near the quality of shots that they did in the first quarter. You mentioned Leigh Mays. She came to the game averaging over 18 points a game. She's well on her way to getting her average. She had 13 in the first half. Interesting thing, Mayfield, I mentioned this before the game, looking at the stats, Mayfield had averaged less than 3.5 threes a game.
Right.
Well, they've made 4 in the first half here, so they've exceeded their seasonal average through the first two quarters of this game. Only 3 kids have scored for Mayfield. Mays with 13, number 5, Skylar Mandry with 8. She had a 3 and a 2 and 3 of 5 from the line, and then Keely Henson with 6 points on 2 threes. So only 3 kids scored. Caldwell stayed mostly in that man-to-man, and Mayfield also switched up the offense they were running. Caldwell's man-to-man was pretty solid in that first quarter, and then Mayfield found ways to get to that rim. And when you do that and you get those quality shots and then the other teams relying upon 8, 12-footers, it's going to be hard to win that. And really the only way you're going to win that is you're going to make some threes on your own, and Caldwell didn't make any threes in the first half. On the Caldwell side, Briley Butts with 6. That's 2 baskets and 2 for 2 from the line. And then you had Clark, Sykes, Copeland, and Williams all with a basket each from that perspective. So Caldwell 2 for 2, only got to the line twice, made both those, and from that perspective. So it was a tale of two halves. I really thought watching the first half, I was sitting there convinced that, I think Caldwell's got a chance to win this game, and they still do. We're 13 points is not something that you can't overcome. But Mayfield controlled that second quarter, got high-quality shots, and Caldwell turned it over a little bit. And Coach Brown's going to have to, he's going to have to figure that out. When teams go to trap or press, and really they did that. Mayfield did that 1-2-2 press. It didn't speed us up. It didn't speed Caldwell up. That was not what did. But when they started trapping on that first pass, we started making quick passes and not being as strong with the ball as what we had, and actually forced some passes in the middle where the middle wasn't open.
Right.
I thought Mayfield did a great job of extending on the ball, but the other 4 kids being in the lane. And even when they trapped on that side, you'd have that lane packed. And I think when you run a zone, that's a pretty effective way to do it, is pressure that ball and pack the lane. When you can accomplish both those things, and then those people in that, then the people that are in that zone in that lane can then close out to the other shooters. It's hard to it takes away scoring opportunities for the offense, and Caldwell's just not shot the ball well, and really missed good shots in the first quarter, and then Mayfield's defense really impacted them in the second.
Jeff, you've got this trap defense by Mayfield that really shook Caldwell up in that second quarter. Had probably twice the turnovers. We didn't chart the turnovers as much, but what does Coach Brown tell these young ladies in the locker room at halftime? Because Mayfield is going to keep doing that till they see that it doesn't work anymore, and it's coming a lot from that first pass off the top of the key. You mentioned maybe swinging that pass over to the wing side, whichever side you're going to start the play on, to maybe get out of that angle.
Maybe you have to do that. They're running that top of that, and we're basically been running a one guard front, and then making that pass to one of the wings, and then they're jumping that wing. I think I'd probably try to spread them out. I would probably try to get the kids, and it's hard to get the kids to do this. The kids want to get closer to the go.
Right.
But when you get closer to the go, it's easy. It's easier for the defense too. They don't have to cover as much ground. Sometimes one person can guard two, so forth and so on. I would switch it up and maybe go two guards and maybe get that zone going one way and trying to reverse that thing if I could, and just get some action on the other side. I think ball reversals, you got to do ball reversals, but when you're getting that first pass trapped and you're struggling to get the second pass made, hard to get that ball to the other side and get those open looks. You heard me comment in the first quarter. Caldwell took a couple of really good threes, and they were where they got the ball inside, reversed that ball to the other side, had their feet set, and took those shots. I think they got to look to do that, but they're going to have to spread that. They're going to have to spread Mayfield out a little bit. And if I'm Mayfield's coach in that zone, I'm telling my kids, don't get when we extend to cover that ball, we're going to extend to the 3-point line. If we see an opportunity trap, we might trap, but we're going to make them make shots.
Right.
And I mean, he's been there, like I said, 7. I think this is probably his 8th year there, and he's done a good job. He's had some very competitive teams, and from that perspective, so I'm like you. I think Mayfield will do exactly the same thing. Now, Mayfield made 4 threes, and I don't, Caldwell stayed in that man-to-man, and Mayfield got some layups out of that man-to-man. If I'm Coach Brown, I might try to mix that defense up just a little bit and just see. Now,
go to more switches maybe.
Well, and
because Mays is
you got to
close off those screens pretty well.
Yeah, but they're beating us by getting in the lane, and then they're kicking out and making those threes. Now, if you go zone and they make threes, but again, they'd make 3.5 threes a game coming in. They're getting better looks from driving the ball against the man and kicking it out for open looks. So I don't know. They've proven that they can make some threes, but again, they've already made more than they normally do in a game out of our man-to-man. So I might try. I don't know what kind of – I've not seen our girls play. I don't know if he goes to zone very often, if he traps a little bit. But I might do a little against Mayfield what Mayfield's done against Caldwell if I feel like my kids are ready to do that.
That's going to wrap us up on the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Time now for second half action. It's Mayfield with the first ball to start the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be at Cozy Living. Foul right off the bat on Mayfield. Skylar Landry. Good hustle by Briley Butts going for the loose ball on the sideline. Landry picks up the foul. Her second, first of the quarter, just 5 seconds in for Mayfield. Caldwell County's going to switch it up a little bit at the point guard spot out of this. They're going to take Jakaya Copeland out to the point, swings it over on that right wing to Morgan Akins. Akins to Butts. Inside it goes to Thompson. Inside out to Copeland.
That's
back
good
to
pass
Thompson.
there.
Good job by the Lady Tigers.
Nice ball movement there.
Out of the locker room, first points of the second half. Caldwell County is going to come with man-to-man pressure in the backcourt. Butts on Mandry. Mandry wants to drive, takes it, shot up, no good. And Lulu Thompson had good position for just a second, tried to slide over at that last second to get in front of Mandry and commits the foul. But I loved how Caldwell County came out, moved the ball around, switched it up with Copeland at the point.
Yeah, and
Mandry's free throw is no good.
Drove that baseline and was able to get a cook when the defense came, able to make that pass in the middle for a really good shot.
27-16. Your score. Mandry's second free throw off the mark. Rebound to Briley Butts, and the Lady Tigers will come down again with Copeland at the point, looking at that same 1-2-2 defense of Mayfield. Inside it goes, inside out. Caldwell County working it out at front, stolen away from Butts.
Another
down
layup.
the floor to Mays for the layup. Caldwell County trying to run quickly back up the court. Copeland has an overloaded right side for Caldwell County. Into the corner it goes to Butts for three. That one no good. And Mays with the rebound. A reach in and a tie up. Good job by Sykes and Copeland to stick a hand in there, get that ball tied up. Possession arrow gives it back to Caldwell County. Just over a minute played here in the third quarter. 29-16 Mayfield.
Good look there for Briley. Open shot, feet set.
Nyla Sykes ends up on the floor. Foul called against Mays. Caldwell County trying to work the inbounds play, and Nyla ended up on her backside right at the top of the key, so fouled on Leigh Mays. Her first, team second for Mayfield early on here. Just over a minute played in the third quarter. Briley to put it in play for the Lady Tigers. Has Sykes on the wing. Sykes thought about the three, pulls it back out to Akins, back to Sykes. Sykes, 14-footer, no good. Fagan with the rebound for Mayfield. Up the court it goes to Mays. Mays kicks it back out to Fagan for three. That one just barely grazed some rim. Out of bounds off of Copeland, stays Mayfield basketball. I still think at this point, Jeff, even though Mayfield made a few threes, if you let them shoot all the threes they want to in this game, I think you
need a hand in their face, but I think you're going to be better off making them shoot the ball from outside.
Team Clark steps in front of Mays for the steal. Turnover Mayfield. Clark back up front for Caldwell County. Hands it off to Copeland at the top of the key. Same zone trap for Mayfield. Copeland over to Akins. You've got Thompson flashing the lane. Inside it goes to Copeland. Copeland hitting the back, no call. It's Butts now across the court. Butts with the runner, no good. Rebound, Copeland. Copeland tried to go back up, had a player all over her. Rebound comes down to Mandry, but Mandry tied up, and the possession arrow will give it back to Mayfield.
Yeah, those kind of possessions there. Nice weak side rebound by Jakaya there. And when she goes up strong, you're hoping to get that call. And I know from a coaching perspective, when you get that, it seems like sometimes those calls, some of them are fouls and some of them aren't. But you really want to get some of those called. They all can't be clean.
Mandry beats the defense back up as Mayfield ended up with a 2-on-1 on the other end. Lulu Thompson did a good job trying to stop the ball and see where her man was, but she's going to get called for the foul underneath.
I think they called it on Jakaya. It looked like he put 21 up.
Oh, did he?
I wrote it down that way, but we'll see.
And it is third foul on Jakaya Copeland, sending Allie Creason, the freshman, to the free throw line. No good on the first one. Williams in. Thompson's going to go out.
To give an idea of Mayfield's shooting ability, right now they are 3 for 3 for 11 from the free throw line.
Second one for Creason is good.
I jinxed it in the opposite direction, but
30-16.
4 for 12 from the line right now.
14-point lead for Mayfield. Williams inside has that pass knocked away by Fagan, though chased down by Sykes. Sykes to Butts. Butts wants to drive. Puts a shot up off the glass, no good. And Mayfield loses it out of bounds off of Mandry on the rebound attempt. 5:40 left to play in the third quarter. 30-16. Mayfield Lady Cardinals with the lead. Akins looks it over, gets it out to Clark. Clark to Butts. Back over to Clark. Clark, spot up three. Good. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer. Tink Clark. Get in the game this season at Little Caesars with a 6:49 hot and ready pizza. Make Little Caesars in Princeton part of your pizza pregame.
Yep, Caldwell's first three of the game. And, hey, Dennis, you look at the scoreboard here, and it feels like Mayfield's been in control, and they really have since the start of the second quarter, but it's still only an 11-point game.
Mandry gets it into Fagan. Fagan met at half court by Morgan Akins. Chases down the loose ball. Out it goes to Henson. Henson underneath to Creason. Easy bucket for the freshman Allie Creason, 32-19.
No layup.
Over to Akins. Back into the corner to Sykes. Sykes with a good head fake, drives baseline, misses the shot, and it's Mays with the rebound. A tie-up as Sykes reaches in there, grabs hold of that basketball. Possession arrow back to Caldwell County. that's some of the hustle plays that Sykes makes a difference with game in and game out.
Yep, she stayed with that. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was afraid that was going to happen. A deflection back, Morgan out of bounds. The ball was deflected back and hit her before she was able to get back in bounds.
Fagan knocked that one right back off the leg of Akins, turns it over to Mayfield. Mandry to put it in play. Caldwell County defensive pressure all the way in full in the back court. Mandry dribbling against Butts. Gets by her, the ball loose though, and Butts touched the ball while
out of bounds.
Butts was standing on the baseline.
Yeah, Mandry did.
Mandry did touch
should
the
be
basketball.
Caldwell's ball here. You know, Caldwell's gone full court pressure man here, and it's going to be a story of can they get more turnovers than they give up layups at this point. Sped Mayfield up there, got the turnover and need to turn it into points.
4:42 left to play in the third quarter. Caldwell County trails this one by 13. Sykes has the pass deflected, ball loose on the floor, picked up by Mayfield. And I think it's going to be Briley Butts picking up the foul for Caldwell County, trying to get in there late.
Mayfield was asking for a foul there on Nyla, and it probably was.
Copeland back into the ball game. Butts comes out for Caldwell County. Second foul on Briley. Third team foul of the quarter. Caldwell County again, full court pressure. They get it into Mandry. That just still looks like a carry to me, Jeff. It's going to look like it the rest of the game, I think. But when she picks it up, has the palm facing straight up, and then puts it back down on the ground. Foul on Caldwell County defensively.
Well, that's 4, so the rest of the quarter will be free throws, 2 shots for Mayfield.
Second foul on Sykes. Fagan takes the inbounds pass, looks for the cutter Mays. Mays loses the handle, tracks it down in the corner. Back to Fagan. Fagan fake the three, dumps it off out front. Gets it right back. She'll fire a three from the wing on the left side, and that one's good. Net tied up here, and they'll get that undone. 35-19 with 4:04 left to play in the third quarter.
It's Mayfield with a 5-point run there after Caldwell had closed it to 11, halfway through the third.
Ja'Kiah Copeland back at the post for Caldwell County. At the point is Morgan Akins. Akins has it kicked away by Mays. And we do still a little bit just eyeball where the pass is going on a lot of these. You ride timeout on the floor. 3:51 left to play in the third quarter. 35-19 is your score. Back in 1 minute.
At Trice Hughes, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Trice Hughes in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit tricehughes.com. That's tricehughes.com.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
1580 103.3 WPKY, Princeton.
Welcome back to the Cab. We are in the third quarter, 3:51 left to play. In the third, it's Mayfield 35, Caldwell County 19. 5-0 run since Caldwell County cut this one to 11. Putting it in play is Caldwell County. Clark has the ball, looking over that same 1-2-2 zone. Over it goes to Sykes. Sykes dump pass underneath to Copeland. Caldwell County doing a good job out of the timeouts and out of the locker room, Jeff.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Had that basket coming out of halftime, and then a good execution there as well.
Baseball pass down to Mays. Mays with the left hand. Sykes saying she went straight up with the basket with the defense.
I think she did.
I think it was a good defensive play. I agree with you, but that's the third now on Nyla Sykes, and she'll come out of the game. Med Thomas will check in for Caldwell County. Coaches congratulate her on good defensive play. Mays, the leading scorer for Mayfield at the free throw line. This one, no good.
She's 0 for 4 from the line, so they continue to struggle from the free throw line. Mays 1 point shy of her season average, though. She's at 17 now.
Mid Thomas tried to force it in to the baseline. Stolen by Mayfield, stolen away by Caldwell County, and stolen back by Mayfield as Mandry takes it down top of the key. Swings it back out. Fagan, a long three, no good. Copeland and Mandry tie up underneath. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Lady Cardinals.
If you look at Mayfield's shot clock in this game, you're probably going to see a lot of shots around that go, a lot of three-pointers, and a lot of free throws. Now, they've not executed on the free throws. They call that that Nate Old Alabama offense, I think. But they don't take a lot of twos. They do their layups.
It's Mayfield getting it inside to Mays. Mays cut off nicely by Copeland, has to bring it back out. She'll spot up for a three and drill it.
In fact, she backed up to 22 feet to make that one.
40-21. Again, the net tied up here at the Cab. I think you're right, Jeff. We need some heavier nylon here at the Cab because those things are getting tied up on just about all the three-point shots.
We have the same ones. And like I said, I put the new ones on the side goals and put our old nets on the middle goals so we wouldn't have to fix them all the time.
Caldwell County looking over that zone. Now it's a full-fledged 2-3 zone. Thomas from the corner off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound is loose on the floor, picked up by Akins. Akins takes it to the hole. A runner in the lane is good. Good job by Morgan Akins to recognize where she was on the court, looked around. 40-23, 2:13 left to play in the third. Mandry, spin move, gets to the hole, off the glass, no good, but a foul underneath as Davany Williams hits the deck. I think Davany is going to pick up the foul. And it is a blocking foul on Williams, sending Mandry back to the free throw line. In the act of shooting, so two shots either way now with five fouls plus in the quarter. This one no good.
Be her 8th and 9th free throws. That was her 8th. She's made 3 of those.
Second one is good.
The reverse jinx again.
Thomas puts it in play to Tink Clark as we hit 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Akins, left wing, looking underneath. They kind of back down and double team up on Davany Williams. Now Williams pops out free throw line to get the pass. Kicks it back out to Clark for 3. No good. Mays with the rebound for Mayfield. Outlet pass way ahead of Mandry. Turnover Mayfield as Lulu Thompson will check back into the game and Davany Williams will come to the bench. Mid Thomas gets the inbounds, kicks it back to Clark. Clark walks it up with 1:42 left to play in the third quarter. Mayfield still 2-3. Open three look from the wing by Akins, no good. High for the rebound, freshman Allie Creason. Creason will give it to Mays. Mays will bring it up the court. Mays over to Henson. Caldwell County now man-to-man defensively. Back to Mays.
They're going to run a flex offense here. If you get in help side here, they won't get that layup. And if you don't get in help side when they run that baseline, they will get some layups.
It is Mandry guarded closely by Thomas. Good job by Med Thomas. Over to Mays, back out to Henson. 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Henson guarded by Copeland. Gets it to Mays. Mays with Clark on her. She'll pull it back out to the logo. 48 seconds left in the quarter. Mays with the count on. Takes it wide open lane. Kick out. Spot up 3 from the corner is good. Keely Henson with the bucket. And the lead, the biggest of the night now for Mayfield at 44-23. Good drive. Drawing in the defense was Mays. And spotting up in that corner was Henson. Caldwell County with the ball now. Thomas over to Copeland. Copeland drives the lane, dumps it off inside.
Should have shot it. Looked like she tried to pass that to Morgan, and she should have just gone. Lulu should have just gone up with a shot.
Thompson gave up an easy shot, and the ball picked off by Mayfield as they have 7 seconds on the clock. Mays wants to drive left side, takes it to the hole, and a reach-in foul is going to be called, I think, on Ja'Kiah Copeland with only 2.5 seconds left.
Well, again, Mayfield's either getting to that rim or they're shooting three-pointers. They're not really looking for any other shots.
That'll put Mays back at the line. As good as she has done most things tonight, Jeff, not a real great night for her at the line.
I'm sure I just jinxed it again, but she's 0 for 4 there right now.
First one is up and good. Fourth foul on Ja'Kiah Copeland. She will come out of the game. Briley Butts checks in for the Lady Tigers. And that's one of those Ja'Kiah knew as soon as she did it, when she reached in on that drive, she knew it was a foul. Second free throw is good. 46-23 as Mayfield has doubled up Caldwell County. Butts will try to get one off from half court before the buzzer.
Maybe.
It's good if it goes and does not. After 3, it's Mayfield 46, Caldwell County 23. Back after this.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Financial planning should be specific to you and your life circumstances. That is why we created Invest FB Wealth Management, a division of Farmers Bank. Hi, I'm Jeff McDaniels, Invest FB's lead financial advisor. Whether you're saving for retirement, starting a business, or planning your family's future, our individual and comprehensive approach can help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us today at our Princeton or Eddyville offices to start a conversation about your individual financial needs.
We are back at the cab. After 3 quarters of play, it's Mayfield 46, the Lady Tigers 23. And, Jeff, this game was 9-8 after 1 quarter. Looked like it was going to go down to the wire back and forth, but a big second quarter by Mayfield put them out in front by a big margin at halftime, and they tacked on a little bit there in the third.
Similar third quarter. They outscored Caldwell by 12 in the second, by 10 in the third. They're scoring. They scored 18, 19 points the last 2 quarters, respectively. And again, they're really focused on the shots that they take.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Everything a home should be. Caldwell County with the first possession here in the fourth quarter. It is Morgan Akins getting it down low to Thomas. Ball loose, picked up by Henson. Turnover Caldwell County.
In that Mayfield zone, when we get that ball in that lane, we've got a few open shots. Since the first quarter, not many, but once that ball gets in there, they are collapsing to the second or third defender towards that ball. And we either need to get that – it either needs to be an open shot or it's going to have to be a quick kick because 6 hands.
Right, it's clogged up like a bad drain in there in that lane, the way Mayfield is really sloughing that zone back inside. Caldwell County back the other way. Sykes over to Butts to Thomas. She'll fire a 3 from the right wing. No good. Fagan strong on the board for Mayfield. Quick outlet pass to Henson. Dumps it off to Mandry. She'll try a 3. That one too strong off the glass. Rebound Thompson. And Caldwell County will walk it up with Morgan Akins. 7 minutes to play in this one. Into the corner to Thomas. Back out to Butts. Butts looks it over to Thomas.
It's just not there.
Try to go inside. And like you said, Jeff, 3 players kind of closed in around Lulu Thompson.
Yeah, and even
just giving Caldwell County.
Yeah, and even if Lulu gets that ball, she's going to be triple teamed, and she's going to have to really be strong on that ball and get it out of there.
Mayfield just offered Butts and Thomas a 3-point shot, both of them on the other end. Instead, Mayfield comes down after the steal, converts the layup, and stretches the lead out to 25 with 6.5 to play. Inside, Thompson off the glass and in. Farmers bank shot with the left hand. Pretty move by Lulu Thompson. 48-25. Little push off by Mayfield's Mandry, not called. Fagan now top of the key off a screen from Mays. She'll turn around, give it back to Mays, guarded by Butts all the way out at the volleyball stripe. Big crowd at the top of the key. It's Mandry taking it to the hole, no good. Late whistle, and it's going to be a charge called on Mandry.
Late call.
It goes Caldwell County's way, and I think that would get the attention of the Mayfield coach were it not a 23-point game, Jeff.
Yeah, well, I do think the Caldwell defender was stationary there. I think that was – but, again, I think sometimes there's a little bit of contact that –
right.
You know, the Caldwell defender did what you could do, and I really didn't think it was a charge, but play on would be sort of my call.
Into the corner to Clark. Clark to Akins near the top of the key. She'll swing pass to the right side to Sykes. Back over to Clark. Lets a three fly and good. Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer. Tink Clark lead back to 20 at 48-28. Mandry dribbles up, had a lane, pulls it back out, gives it to Fagan. Fagan off a screen from Henson to the left side. Over it goes to Mandry. Mandry, pull-up jumper from the elbow on the left side, no good. Rebound Mayfield. Mays thought about the three, has it knocked away, and Briley Butts is going to get called with the foul again.
A rare mid-range shot there from Mayfield. Able to get the rebound, and it may have been a foul there. But, again, the foul seemed to be coming about half a second after the
Mayfield saves it in, but into the hands of Nyla Sykes. Caldwell County with Akins now bringing it up the court. Over to Clark. Clark, bad pass, goes down, hits probably the ankles or top of the foot of Akins, comes back out, tie up across the court. And a U-Ride timeout on the court called by Mayfield with 4:52 left to play in this one. Mayfield up by 20. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30.
We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore at Joyner Hardware on Main Street in Princeton.
Welcome back out of the U-Ride timeout. 48-28. Lady Cardinals with the lead over the Lady Tigers. 4:52 left to play in this ball game. Dennis Stevens, Jeff McDaniel with you tonight here from the Cab. Jeff sitting in for Coach Melissa Thomas. And Jeff, this is a game that Caldwell County is going to learn something from. It looked like they were going to be in this one throughout after just a 9-8 first quarter. But that trap really affected the Lady Tigers in that second quarter, allowing Mayfield to pull away.
Yeah, that when Mayfield changed that defense up from the first to second quarter, the interesting thing though, Dennis, is Caldwell has come, like we said, has come out of halftime with a nice set and got a layup, and then came out of a timeout.
Right.
So when they're coming out with something specific against that zone, they've gotten good shots, but most of the other times they have not. And against the zone, running consistent sets is more difficult.
Mayfield turns it over. Fagan stepped on the sideline, putting it in play. Caldwell County with the basketball.
Nice rebound.
Rebound by Sykes, no good. Ball bounces right back to her. She'll try it again, no good. Back underneath, rebound by Thompson, puts it back up, no good, but a foul on the play. So 3 offensive boards by Caldwell County on that possession will end up with Lulu Thompson at the free throw line for 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws. Thompson gets set for her first, well off the stripe, shot up off the back of the rim, friendly bounce, back down and through.
Just Caldwell's third attempt of the game. They are 3 for 3.
Thompson making this one.
And I thought I jinxed it again.
Dennis, up and in.
We got another good bounce.
Lulu basically turns a 15-foot shot into a 16-foot shot the way she stands on the free throw line, but gets it to go on both of them, 48-30. Mayfield with Fagan with the basketball, guarded out front by Copeland. Copeland's got the count on her. Mayfield trying to get inside, knocked loose.
Got a steal.
And it's Thompson coming up with it. Clark gets the handoff, goes to the right side, brings it back top of the key, now looks underneath. It is Thompson up, no good, ball loose. Briley Butts chases it down and then dribbles off her foot. Turnover, Caldwell County.
A little bit of a bad break there. Nice rebound by Briley, and as she was trying to clear it out, just off the side of her foot.
Mandry to put it in play for the Lady Cardinals. Gets it into Henson, back to Mandry. Mandry working on Sykes, gets by her, takes it to the hole, Shot up, blocked by Sykes. Good job
Nice.
by Nyland not to give up on the play. Comes back with a good block after being beaten to the lane. Sykes gives it up to Copeland. Copeland in the corner to Sykes. Wide open three on the way. Too strong. And it's Thompson going up with good position. Gets fouled on the rebound.
Foul on number 10 for Mayfield. Foul on Henson there.
Keely Henson, the sophomore, with the foul. Third foul on Mayfield here in the quarter. 48-30 your score here with Mayfield in the lead. That one off the face of Mays on the inbounds. Bounces right to Copeland, who takes it to the hole for a Farmers Bank shot. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, your home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Back tap by Copeland. Into the hands, though, of Mays. Mays working against Butts. Back over to Fagan.
You know, I think that inbounds play Caldwell just scored on. I think that was the intent, but how that pass got there, I don't know. That's exactly how they drew it up.
Yeah, a little bit of a detour off the side of the head of Mays. Mays now with the basketball, top of the key.
Wow.
A holding call is going to be called on Briley Butts, I do believe, and that's pretty touchy.
That's nitpicking. He clearly is not in a hurry to get home when you're calling that one. 3 minutes in the fourth.
3:03 to play in the ballgame, 48-32. Mayfield has led by as many as 24 tonight. Underneath, good block. Lulu Thompson on the block of number 3, Creason. Caldwell County back the other way. Copeland thought about the three, gives it up. Clark is wide open, top of the key. Three is good. Tink Clark with the Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer.
Her third three of the game. Cut it to 13 here. A little bit of life from Caldwell.
Mays.
Don't give up legs.
Dribbles down, pulls up at the elbow, and drops it. 50-35 on ends a nice run by Caldwell County with 2.5 to play. Stay tuned after this one's over for the Trilogy post-game report.
I know they were down 23, so they had shaved 10 off that lead.
Yeah, it was the biggest lead was 24.
The 24.
Just a little bit
I remember
earlier
double
in
was
this quarter.
46-23. I remembered that.
Shot up, no good by Fagan on the layup. Rebound Mays back in off the glass and good. 52-35.
Not a great effort there. We had a couple of the girls outside that three-point line on that fast break. Never got inside the three-point line.
Good seal off underneath by
Nice
Lulu
strong move by
Thompson.
Lulu.
Had her player backed up along the baseline, takes it to the hole, misses the shot, but gets fouled on the play. 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws coming up for Lulu Thompson. Check out Goodwin Insurance for all of your, or capable of handling all of your insurance needs. I said check out Goodwin Insurance for a free quote anytime. Shot up by Thompson, no good on the free throw. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk with Tori Hammett of Goodwin Insurance a little bit on Thursday or Friday as the Hoops Classic gets underway here in Princeton on Thursday.
I think first game started at 11, Dennis. That sound right?
11, then Caldwell County's
game starts at 8, so it's all day.
Caldwell County's 2 teams play at 12:30 and 2 on Thursday. Second free throw gets the friendly shooter's bounce.
Lulu's good at that. Out of those 4 free throws,
she's put about 3 of them up high off the back of the rim. In it comes to Mayfield up the court, right into the hands, though, of Thompson standing at half court. Caldwell County back with it to Akins, over to Thomas. Thomas feeds it down low. Thompson shot partially blocked. Rebound tied up. It's Creason and Copeland. Possession arrow to Caldwell County with 1:37 left to play in the ballgame. U-Ride timeout called by Mayfield. Full timeout on the court with 1:37 left. Back in 1 minute.
Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care. Our team of medical professionals can diagnose and treat a wide range of orthopedic care and get you back on the path to a happier, healthier you. Whether you need basic fracture care or osteoporosis management, a sports physical, or back pain treatment, we've got you covered. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with an orthopedic provider, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Craving home-style comfort? Step into Kay's Kitchen and say goodbye to hunger with flavorful home-cooked dishes. Dive into the menu, brimming with hearty, taste bud-tickling delights, or enjoy one of the delectable daily specials. At Kay's, they're dishing up more than just food. They're serving memories in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Take a bite of nostalgia at Kay's Kitchen, where the essence of comfort is folded into every morsel.
Back to the cab, out of the U-Ride timeout with 1:37 left to play in the ball game. 52-36 Mayfield. Jeff, while the teams come back out, talk a little bit about the inspired play of Lulu Thompson here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we've been able to get Lulu the ball down low. She's been able to make a couple of baskets and also get to the free throw line. Nice fourth quarter.
Caldwell County with Akins. Back to Thomas. Thomas gets through her hands, chases it down in the corner. Looking inside for Thompson. Another good seal up by Thompson.
Nice pass.
Gives it over to Copeland. Copeland off the glass, no good, but she'll step to the free throw line. Two more Goodwin Insurance free throws coming the way of Jakaya Copeland. I love how Thompson backing down her defender on several occasions here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this fourth quarter, we have found a way to get our post players the ball down there on that block and done some positive things once it's gotten down there.
First free throw up and in by Jakaya Copeland. Trims the lead to 15. Copeland gets set for her second. This one in the air, off the side of the rim, no good. Thompson strong on the board for Caldwell County with the rebound. Gives it to Clark. Clark back to Copeland. Copeland takes it in. Wanted to go to Thomas, knocked away. Wraparound pass to Thompson, knocked out of bounds by Henson. It'll be Caldwell County basketball. U-Ride timeout called by Coach Mitchell. A 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Welcome back to the cab. U-Ride timeout called by Coach Brown. 30-second timeout to talk to his Lady Tigers with 1:11 left to play in the ball game. Caldwell County will have the basketball on the inbounds. 52-37 Mayfield with the lead.
See what kind of shot Caldwell can get in here on this inbounds play. Like to get a shot and probably gets, oh, good job.
Into Thompson. Thompson misses, gets her own rebound, back up too strong off the glass. Mandry had the rebound, falls to the floor, and a tie-up is going to be called with the possession arrow in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Nice inbound play there. Got the shot they were looking for, just couldn't get it to go.
And that was the case in the first quarter. We've seen it quite a bit here in the fourth quarter as well. Caldwell County full court pressure into Mays, and a bump foul is going to be called on Med Thomas.
They'll be shooting.
And Mays, one of the more impressive players that we've seen, Jeff, just a sophomore.
No, Mays, I think, is the senior.
Is Mays the senior?
I think she's the lone senior. I think they play a bunch of underclassmen.
No, they've got her listed as a sophomore.
Well, I may have misunderstood. Oh, 5 is the senior. You're right. Yeah. You're right. I knew it was one senior, and I misspoke on which one it was. Yeah, Mays has had a solid game. I counted them quickly here. She's either 24 or 26 right now.
Mayfield looking just to run the clock out. Caldwell County is going to come out and keep the count going. Thomas almost had a steal, gets up on Mandry. Mandry turns right in to a double team with Akins. Thomas up off the glass and in on the steal. Caldwell County down 13, 52-39. Mayfield gets across the timeline. Over to Fagan. Fagan stands in front of the bench. She'll be met by Jakaya Copeland. Copeland drives through a screen. Out to Mandry. 8 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Reach-in foul is going to be called on Thomas with 6.8 to play. Caldwell County with a couple of fouls to give. That's only the 4th team foul on Caldwell County in the quarter. 52-39. Caldwell County will drop to 1-5 on the season. Mayfield will improve to 5-1. Mandry did not take the shot, kicks it back out, and they'll run this one down. That will be the final tonight is Mayfield 52, Caldwell County 39. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get underway on the Trilogy postgame report next on Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
No need to worry about lag times with fiber internet. Even when multiple devices are being used, the gamers in your life experience instant action with EnergyNet. EnergyNet offers a Gamer Edition package with download and upload speeds of up to 500 megabits per second, starting at $79.95 per month. Every package includes whole home Wi-Fi, unlimited data usage, unparalleled reliability, no contracts, and 24/7 local support. You can sign up online at goenergynet.com.
Entering its 10th year, the Planters Bank Season of Giving is a bank tradition that has a goal of bringing awareness to community organizations. This year, the focus is on local and area businesses. Gifts, experiences, and delicious meals will be spotlighted for each of the Planters Bank communities. Planters is sharing a little about the many wonderful small businesses in this area in hopes of bringing additional awareness and even new customers their way during this holiday season.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
What are we going to do? Doctor, will he be okay?
Unexpected happens. Goodwin Insurance Agency has you covered with auto, home, life, commercial, boat, and RV insurance. That way, when the unexpected happens...
Congratulations! It's a girl!
You're covered.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
Powering your lives and lighting up your nights. Princeton Electric Plant Board's community spirit shines bright. Entrusted with the glow of our fields, they keep our Tigers' pathways illuminated to victory. A shout out goes to our Tigers, Preston Burrell and Cole Wyatt, as they roar into a new season. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to a safe and victorious year from your one and only Princeton Electric Plant Board. They're not just a service, they're community.
The WPKY News Edge team is dedicated to keeping you informed around the clock. News, weather, and sports. Join us weekdays at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5, plus 24/7 when you need it at WPKYonline.com and worldwide on the free WPKY app. The complete coverage you deserve from a proven partner. No fees, the way it should be. We are 1580 103.3 WPKY. The teams are in the locker room. Time for a recap of tonight's action. The WPKY postgame show is on the air. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Welcome back to the Cab as we get underway on the Trilogy postgame report. Looking for an affordable and convenient gym membership for just $34.99 a month plus tax? Trilogy provides 24/7 access to top-notch facilities, state-of-the-art equipment, and experienced coaches to help you reach all of your fitness goals. Cheering on the Tigers and Lady Tigers, Trilogy wishes you the best of luck this season. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy. Final here tonight, Mayfield 52, Caldwell County 39. The Lady Cardinals came out in the second quarter leading 9-8, but reeled off a big run on Caldwell County, limited Caldwell County to their first bucket with only 2:10 remaining in the quarter, and that margin held up for most of the rest of the game. Mayfield stretched it out to as many as 23, 24 points in that second half. Caldwell County battled back, and a good play of Lulu Thompson down the stretch drew the Lady Tigers back within 13. But that is the final tonight, 52-39. Time now for the stats of the ball game. Stats brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. They have stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs, and they wish the Tigers and Lady Tigers good luck this season. For the stats here tonight of the ball game, I'll turn it over to Jeff.
Sorry about that, Dennis. Looking here at the stat sheet, some interesting things here. Both teams finished the game with 12 two-pointers. For Mayfield, Lay Mays made 9 of those 12. There was only 3 other two-pointers by them. They doubled their season average in three-pointers with 7. Did not shoot it well from the free throw line. They were 7 for 17. So if you look at two-pointers and you look at free throws, Caldwell lost the game by 2 points. The other 12-point difference was from the three-point line. And Caldwell did make Tink Clark did make 3 threes there in the second half. For Caldwell's only 3 there. But if you look at the stats for Caldwell, Tink ended up leading the team in scoring with 11. And like you said, Lulu with a solid second half. She ended with 7, as did Jakai Copeland. Briley had 6 in the first half and finished the game with 6. And then you had Williams, Akins, and Sykes and Thomas all with 2 points. For Mayfield, only 4 kids scored. But Mays had half of their points. She had 26 of the 52. She had 9 two-pointers. She had the 2 three-pointers, and she was only 2 for 6 from the line, nevertheless, with 26 points. Mandry and Henson both finished with 9. Lexi Fagan came in. She had been averaging 10 a game, but with only half her average at 5. And then Allie Creason, I think the freshman, I think she added 3 points on one 2-point basket and a free throw. But, again, Mayfield scoring spread among basically among 4 players other than Allie. That would make it 5. So, final score of 52-39 here. And, looking for positive here from Caldwell's perspective, that fourth quarter. And one, a lot of games you can sit here and say that, who played in the fourth quarter when it was a 23-point game. Mayfield left their kids out on the floor.
Yeah, they did.
Now, from an energy standpoint, it's hard to speak to that, but they left their kids out on the floor. It was not a point where they put in their JV team and our varsity team beat their JV team. It was the same group of kids, and Caldwell did win that fourth quarter by 10 points. So if you're the Caldwell coaching staff, you got to appreciate that your kids kept playing into the fourth quarter, even down 23 heading into that quarter. So cutting it to a 13-point game, there's no moral victories in the fact that 13's better than otherwise. But from that perspective, and I really thought the story of the game, if you looked at it, was when Mayfield changed that defense and sped Caldwell up a little bit. We turned it over quite a bit. Caldwell missed open shots in the first quarter. Had a chance, got good shots, just couldn't get the ball to go through the go. And then the second, third quarter, we turned it over. Did not get a lot of good shots. And then in the fourth quarter, managed to get it down on that block again.
All right.
And had both Lulu and Jakai down there being strong going towards the go, and had a solid fourth quarter. Mayfield doesn't waste much time with mid range. We talked about this. It's that Nate Oates Alabama theory of basketball, and Mayfield's girls tonight pretty much played that way. They shot a lot of baskets 3-4 feet from the go, and I talked about that early, that the team that shoots the most layups is hard to beat. Mm-hmm. But then they added double their season average in threes, so that was probably, I'm sure their coach was pretty happy with that. But overall, 52-39 final. And we also talked about this before the game started. Caldwell is, you got 2 juniors that didn't play last year who are coming back trying to, get inside this team. You got a couple of young kids, Tink who's been hurt, and Mad, who played a lot of minutes last year, and you're trying to figure out, and a new coach who's trying to figure out how to make all this work. So, there's 6 games in. There's some positive, and there's still a lot of time to be able to make those pieces fit. And I think Caldwell has the opportunity, if they can figure out how to score the ball a little bit better, has the opportunity to be as good as Mayfield before this year's over.
Yeah, I'm looking for better things out of Caldwell coming up. They dropped to 1-5 on the season, but you see a lot of bright spots game in and game out, and usually it's different players every night for Caldwell County. So a lot of players starting to develop for Caldwell County, and there are better nights to come for sure from the ladies. 52-39 the final here. We'll take our last break here on the Trilogy postgame report. We'll come back, give some awards away, see if we can get Coach Brown up at the broadcast booth and talk to him a little while before we leave here tonight. 52-39 the final. Back after this.
Uncover the charm of banking local with Fredonia Valley Bank, your steadfast financial partner since 1894. Through times of change, Fredonia Valley Bank remains by your side to handle your banking with a legacy of excellence. Discover strength in their local roots and experience the difference of genuine community banking. Embrace the mantra of living local. Eat, buy, and bank local. Fredonia Valley Bank. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment. Your true hometown bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the holiday spirit with exclusive savings on genuine Case IH parts, service, and gifts. Delight the kid and everyone with $20 off every $100 spent on Case IH toys. Get $10 off the purchase of Case IH rechargeable LED work lights and give the gift of organization with 10% off Case IH tool storage products. Visit your Case IH dealer H&R AgriPower in Hopkinsville, Russellville, Owensboro to save on genuine Case IH parts, service, and gifts.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
The winningest college basketball program of all time.
Forever! The greatest tradition in college basketball.
Kentucky basketball.
Pull up three, quick time.
Lives here.
UK travels to play Louisville. Hear all the coverage this Thursday starting at 3:30 on WKDCRadio.com and
on 106.5 WKDZ.
Welcome back to the Cab as we are underway on the Trilogy postgame report. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy Performance Sports. Joined here on the Trilogy postgame report by Coach Brown. Coach, Caldwell County drops this one 52-39. This game 9-8 after one quarter. Let's take a look at that first quarter first. You had some pretty good shots in it. They just weren't falling, but it looked like the team was staying in this with Mayfield in that first quarter.
It was. When we had some really good looks going in early in that first quarter. We had some good shots, good opportunities, and they just didn't drop, and it seems like it's kind of been a thing with us all season. It takes until that first basket, and once that first one goes through, it's like, okay, we can relax, and then we were able to score some. And, credit to Mayfield. They just kept playing and plugging along and didn't get away from what they do. We've got to continue to be attacking like that and working on getting open and getting the ball inside. When we get inside, good things happen for us. We make ourselves one-dimensional, it gets much more complicated.
After one quarter, it was 9-8 Mayfield. Then they came out, made a big run in that second quarter, but they threw a defense at you. Looked like they were trying to trap, maybe out front more out of that, and sped you guys up a little bit. A few more turnovers in that corner as Mayfield pulled away. What changed defensively for Mayfield in that quarter?
Well, and that's something we saw on film. We told them, especially 24 on that left side was going to come up high. Give yourself a crossover and go back. She's going to try to force you up top. And one of the things we've been telling our players is, look, you've got to be three-point line extended in, not going out to that farther because it takes you out of the offense. And the further she came up, the more out we did. And, it was like, look, ladies, she's coming up high. Crossover and go. That's something we work on in practice almost every day. And we talked about, look, we're going to bring, one of our post players up or bring Jakaya up and look in, do that dump in there, and we just didn't respond to that.
Now going on through the second half and into the fourth quarter, Mayfield got out by as many as 23, 24 points, but you guys kept fighting. Mm-hmm. And I really like the play of our Eye of the Tiger Award winner tonight, Lulu Thompson, she started sealing off her player and getting great position down underneath and also doing a good job on the boards in that fourth quarter to pull you guys back within 13 at the close.
Yeah, and she does a good job, and that's one of the things, we've been stressing, look, we've got to get that ball into our post. When we do, good things happen, and when we go inside out, it makes us a much better team. But when we want to look, outside only or one or two passes and shoot, many times our post has been open, and it's like we look. Oh, now we're going to throw instead of getting it to them right away. And there's been many times, Lulu's been open, David's been open, Zakaya's been open, and we're not getting the ball to them. And it's one of those things, if we do, had we gone in more tonight and gotten them in foul trouble, this would have been a whole different ball game because, Coach and I were talking before the game, he only had 5, 6 players he can play, and that's it.
Right, and they did not shoot well from the line, Jeff.
Yeah, they were 7 for 17, I think, from the line, but got 11 more attempts. Coach, I will talk about coming out of a couple of things we noticed. Coming out of halftime, you had a set designed on that first possession and got it on the right block and scored. You called a timeout later, came out and had another set, got it. I don't remember if it was the right or left block on that one, and scored. So coming out of when you've had that team over here and you're going over specific stuff, it seems like they come out and execute.
They do, and they've been pretty good about that. When we wanted to make an adjustment like that, especially in game, they've done a good job of making that adjustment and doing that. And so it's one of those things where we've just got to continue to build upon, the positives. I mean, tonight part of it was about just who wanted it more, and we told them, look, Mayfield's going to try to speed you up. They're, everybody we play is going to try to put pressure on you until we prove we can handle that pressure. Everybody is going to do that to us. So it's about managing, those tough situations. And, we're still a relatively young team, and, and unfortunately there's no experience like game experience. Right. And sometimes, it's kind of like the old adage of a man with experience met a man with money, and after a short conversation, the man with experience walked away with money, and the man who had money walked away with experience. Right. So it's kind of that thing. This is part of the growing curve and growing pains we've got to go through. But anytime we look in, I really want to compliment Lulu here. She's really been working hard, especially in the offseason, getting ready. She's had a really good attitude, and she goes in hard, and so and what I like is she's also been able to get people in position when they need to be, so she's a good communicator. And, we've got to be able to reciprocate that from the outside in, because if they close down, she's going to make the read and kick it out. Jakaya will, Daveney will. We've got to be able to get that ball in our post and let them work. If we don't make the other team's post players work, then that really frees them up to a whole lot more. So we've really got to make that an inside-out threat.
Coach, before we let you get away, I want to talk to you about what's coming up in Princeton this week, the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Mm-hmm. Your Lady Tigers play at 12:30 both days. Give us some of your thoughts. I know maybe your first experience with this Hoops Classic as a head coach at Caldwell County, but fantastic 2 days of basketball, and your Lady Tigers with a couple of tough games mixed in there at 12:30 both days.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. One of my mentor coaches I used to coach with, Larry Miller, is coaching Evangel Christian, and they're coming down, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him again and see his team. My understanding, they're pretty loaded, so there's going to be some good basketball here. I'm looking forward to Rowan County. Of course, Haven Ford, Miss Basketball, has graduated, but her little sister is an 8th grader, is coming in. She's leading the team in scoring, so that's one we could be pretty competitive with. And, of course, Logan County's coming in, a fourth region team. And what I like about those two matchups are those are teams that we don't see all the time, but they're going to challenge us and help us to get better. And what we're wanting to use this, looking forward to as a head coach in this classic, is looking for watching some good basketball and being a part of good basketball, but also use this as a chance for us to get better and get ready for All A. Two of our goals is All A and then making the regional tournament. Those are two goals we have, right? We keep telling the ladies, look, you're a better team with your record shows.
Right.
You're playing better. The teams that were blowing you out last year that we've played this year so far, that hasn't happened. So we know we're making progress. It's just we've got to, in those moments when the game gets tight, gets tough, we got to learn to slow it down, slow ourselves down, because when we control tempo, we do pretty well. And that's two of the things we're going to try to work on this weekend against Logan and Rowan, two solid teams that if we can work on that and do those and make them have to defend us, hopefully that's going to be another step in the maturation process for us.
Well, Coach, thank you for coming up tonight.
Thank you, gentlemen.
On the Trilogy Post-Game Report. We're going to let you switch the headphones out to our Eye of the Tiger Award winner tonight, and that is Lulu Thompson.
Thanks,
Eye
Coach.
of the Tiger Award is brought to you by Parker Eye Care. Parker Eye Care strives to be their best to help you see your best. Parker Eye Care is located on Lakota Drive in Cadiz. Your vision, our focus. Joined now by the Eye of the Tiger Award winner tonight, number 20, Lulu Thompson. Lulu, thanks for coming up on the Trilogy postgame report tonight.
Thank you for having me here.
A tough game for you guys. You, like Coach Brown said, got a little bit rushed and hurried in that second quarter, but you battled the whole way. I've seen you guys down maybe 10 or 15 points at times and still going for loose balls with 3 or 4 seconds on the clock. Tell us about the mentality of never quitting that this team seems to us from our position has night in and night out.
I think it's better if we don't give up because we still have a chance at the end. If we just keep fighting the whole way through, we could come out with a win.
Jeff?
Yeah, you look at that fourth quarter, and you guys probably had every reason maybe to relax a little bit, but you didn't. You outscored Mayfield 10 points and kept playing to the final buzzer. I think that says a lot. One of the things I say with my teams is, what's the score? I try to tell them what's the score, and I want them to tell me 0-0 every time. And you got to play like that because even when the game you're playing is where it is, you got games coming up, and you can use that fourth quarter to get better for those games. Talk about the future.
In the future, I just hope we just all come together and be able to play ball all together as one. I feel like there's a lot of just people trying to go on their own. I feel like it's best if we just play as a team and all trying to get points and all try to get everything as a team. If we just come together, I think it would be better for all of us.
Lulu, your first season playing under Coach Brown. Tell us some of the adjustments this team has had to make to maybe some differences from the team from last year.
I think this year everybody has to show him what we deserve and like what we thrive to get. He didn't come and try to just have everybody where they wanted to be. We had to show where we're supposed to be and try our hardest every time because he doesn't just pick who he wants to be. We just have to try our hardest to get our spots. We all have to fight to get where we're supposed to be.
And Lulu, one of the things we like to do when we get a chance to interview you young ladies up here on the Trilogy postgame report, what are some of your hobbies away from the basketball? I know this takes a lot of your time between schoolwork and then basketball in the winter, but what are your hobbies outside of basketball?
My hobbies outside of basketball, most of the time, I just babysit my sister, really, that's it. Besides basketball and school, I'm just really at home, just watching game film, just trying to focus and see what I can do best for the next games or whatever we have coming up.
Well, we've really enjoyed your progress and your improvement from last year to this year. Still expecting bigger things out of you as the season goes along, but thanks for coming up tonight on the Trilogy postgame report.
Thank you.
That is Eye on the Tiger winner Lulu Thompson tonight, number 20 for Caldwell County, the sophomore with a big fourth quarter as Caldwell County pulls back within 13, but drops this one 52-39.
Thank you.
Lulu, good luck.
Thank you.
Lulu Thompson here on the Trilogy postgame report. Jeff, I'll let you get back seated, and we'll wrap it up here on the Trilogy postgame report. Let's talk about the clutch play of the game tonight. Coleman Auto Parts sponsors that. Coleman Auto Parts is your hometown Napa Auto Parts dealer. They have tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm. Stop by and see Charles Quinn Coleman and staff at Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton. Napa know-how at its best. And, Jeff, this is a game that Caldwell County could have laid down like they could have on a couple of other occasions this year, but this team fights. I don't care what the score is. They're diving for loose balls. They're trying to get something. We've seen this season with 2 seconds on the clock, and they're down 15 or so, still hustling for loose balls. I think a big play tonight to bring Caldwell County back from down 23-24, some threes late in the game by Tink Clark.
Yeah, and you heard Coach Brown talk about this. He's trying to get them to take those threes inside out, and those threes that she made, they were very much that. They weren't perimeter pass threes. They were kicking it in and her getting her feet set and getting that shot out. And hey, you heard him say he can't be one dimensional.
Right.
And up until that point, they'd not made some perimeter shots, but those were good shots, and Tink did that, and that helped cut that lead.
Oh, she did a great job tonight. That's the clutch play of the game tonight from Coleman Auto Parts. Time now for our Critter Care, easy for me to say, huh? Critter Care player of the game. Critter Care is Princeton's newest boarding and grooming facility located in the former Rogers Vet Clinic, providing day and overnight boarding for all of your family pets. Even if you have a family lizard or rabbit, you can bring them out to Critter Care for boarding. Follow them on Facebook at Critter Care LLC for more information. Player of the game tonight, Jeff.
Dennis, I've thought about this a little bit more, and we had her up here on the radio, and I think her energy in that fourth quarter was noticeable, but she also had energy in the first three quarters.
She did.
And I thought Lulu came to play tonight. So, I think all around with the effort she did, and she and Jakai are starting to figure out some way to make some interior passes to themselves. In that fourth quarter, it reminded me, what was the Kentucky teams with Eric Daniels and Chuck Hayes? Remember that? Remember those teams? As one of my favorite Kentucky teams watching, because they were undersized, but those two guys were two of the best interior. They played off each other as good as interior players can play. So a little bit of that. So, I think for player of the game, I think it was close between a couple of them, but I think I'd go with Lulu, a player of the game.
Good night for Lulu Thompson here against Mayfield. And Mayfield, just the separation, Jeff, in that second quarter, you take away the first 5 minutes, I'd say, of the second quarter. This game is going to be close down the stretch, because that's really where Mayfield made that run, as Caldwell County tried to get adjusted and get the coaching from the sideline on what to do with that trap by Mayfield out front.
Yeah, there was if you look at that, it was 9-8 going in that second quarter, and I'm pretty sure it was 22-8. So I don't have that in the stats, but going on memory, that's a 14 or a 13-0 run, I guess, there to go from a 1-point lead to a 14-point lead. And the final score ends up being a 13-point lead.
Right.
So, you don't know how the rest of the game goes, but that was a very important stretch, and Caldwell had 2 or 3 turnovers during that timeline there. And Mayfield, that's when we started talking about how Mayfield against Caldwell's man-to-man was getting some layups and they were getting easier shots than Caldwell was, and that probably was the difference in the game.
Yeah, Mayfield held Caldwell County scoreless for almost 6 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes or so,
and
they scored that
second
first
quarter.
basket.
So that was the difference in the ball game tonight, as Caldwell County falls to 1-5 on the season, 52-39. Caldwell County will be in action against Logan County in the Lady Tigers' first game of the West Kentucky Hoops Classic on Thursday. We'll be on the air right after the noon news on Thursday with that one, as Caldwell County Lady Tigers will play at 12:30 here at the Cab, followed immediately by the boys in action at 2 o'clock against Heritage Christian. Both of those teams play again on Friday, the girls at 12:30, and the gentlemen will finish it off on Friday night at 8 o'clock against a team out of Mississippi, South Panola, I think it is, out of Mississippi. So a big couple of days of basketball at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Hope you can come out and enjoy that. $8 a day or $15 for a 2-day pass. Can't beat that for the talent that this place is going to have over 2 days.
For that number of games, $15 for both days is a pretty good deal. And I know it's a Thursday and Friday, and there'll be some people at work. But if you have a chance to come out and support the local teams and see some good basketball, come by and and spend some time out here. I know the kids would appreciate it. I know the program would appreciate it.
Jeff, before we get away, thank you for filling in tonight for Coach Melissa Thomas. Had a meeting to go to, so you said you would love to get back on the microphone, and always enjoy. We spent a lot of time together over soccer. You stepped in for Bob a little bit last season. Always a pleasure to have you on the microphone here with me, and enjoy tonight just as well.
Well, Dennis, I do. When you need to fill in, I don't mind doing it if my schedule allows. Now, when you say filling in for Melissa, I'm not going to claim I can do that. Her basketball knowledge and experience far exceeds mine. So I just hope I can show up and get you to the next game until she gets back.
Oh, it has been fun, and you're right. She has such a level of knowledge about basketball. I get caught up in it even just doing games with her this year. It's so amazing. But always fun with you, and too bad it wasn't a real big blowout. We could have solved all of KHSAA's problems while we were here with the broadcast.
Well, we did that over a few soccer games back in the past, but those out there listening may be glad that wasn't the case.
Well, fun to have you here tonight. Caldwell County drops this one 52-39 to Mayfield for Camden McGregor and John Miller in the truck. And my buddy here, Jeff McDaniels, by my side tonight. I'm Dennis Stevens. Thank you for listening. We will see you again next from the West Kentucky Hoops Classic on Thursday here at the Cab.